Greetings and salutations, and welcome to Mario Kart. Oh no, we're starting up with heartbreak? I know it's Mario Kart, but the concern I feel already. I'm sure there will be some heartbreaking plays today, and plenty of blue shells. Lots of blue shells. Good to see you all. You are welcome to join in if you would like. My friend code is in the corner here, but today it's just Mario Kart. Thanks for starting up, Dusky. I'll see you shortly. I'm going to give everyone a few minutes to jump in, but happy Sunday. I hope you're doing well. It has been... what has it been now? It's been 2 days now since St. Patrick's Day. I had to wear a lot of green, as I recall. What are you up to this fine Sunday? Is it still Sunday where you are? Is it still Sunday where you are, Wadoop? No worries, Undies, get some rest. Thanks for the lurk, I appreciate it. Time zones are challenging, and thanks to daylight savings, I feel like I've forgotten where everyone else is in terms of the clock. I also can't decide if I want to drive as Yoshi or as an Inkling today. I think we'll do Yoshi, though. I know that there's like a whole tier list for playing this game, but I'm not doing that. 4 minutes ago it was Sunday. Well, a happy Monday for you. I hope you're having a good time over there. Okay, we've already got somebody. So yeah, today we're playing Mario Kart, and I just realized I need to open up. There it is. If you're in the Discord and you want to play, and you would like to join me in vocal narration, now would be the time to let me know. But it's totally up to you. It's true. There's no... Mario Kart has a tier list, but, I mean, technically any game can have a tier list. Alright, so just hop into yada yada yada, and I'll pull you into the correct channel. But yeah, if you want your voice to be indelibly merged, you are welcome to do so. Hello, hello? Can you hear me now? I hope so. So, we're gonna wait until we have probably one other player, but we'll definitely throw in some AI characters regardless, because I don't expect us to have a full party. We're gonna be joined by some other streamers down the road, which I'm very much looking forward to. But for the time being, we actually do have a streamer. You are a streamer, Dusty. You're here.
Last I checked I was, so...
Yeah, there you go. Now let me just verify your audio real quick. Go ahead and say something so we can make sure other people hear you.
It is raining again today, and it's supposed to rain through Wednesday.
That's a lot of rain. I'm gonna turn the game audio down a little. There we go.
We've been getting a lot of rain lately, and we've definitely needed it, but it's also just a lot.
I mean, we haven't been getting as much precipitation, but that's, because you don't get a lot inside a contained environment like this one. Which is probably just as well. I have no idea how waterproof I am.
Yeah, I probably don't want to test that out without Denuo confirming whether you're waterproof or not.
Denuo, huh? We haven't seen Denuo in a while.
I get to see him every day, so.
Do you? I don't.
I do.
I don't. I'm not jealous or anything.
Well, if you ever need to reach out to him, just let me know. I'll pass the word.
Will do. Did you see that? There was briefly a Yoshi party on my head. It just came out of nowhere. Alright, well, since there's just the two of us at the moment, I'm gonna see real quick if I can interest anybody else. There's also
Sounds like a plan.
There's also another problem, which is that I have a dispatch coming to my place, which means it might actually be wise to start right away, so that I don't end up having to recharge in the middle of a race. I hear that that's considered bad form. Remember that race we did where it was all just bullet bills?
Oh, that was insane.
So what you're saying is we should do it again, right?
I mean, it was fun.
When we've been in this a little longer, remind me to put out a poll, and we'll make chat vote on the items that we use. I think that could be fun.
That should be interesting.
It should. I think that could be interesting. I think that could be fun. And I won't vote on my own poll, I promise. That feels like a way to really skew the data, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so what you been up to today, Duskme?
Not much, not too much for the most part. Gonna be doing another trade with Yisha Stone, so that'll be interesting.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it because the character is a snake, so.
Well, we know you like snakes. It's true.
I do.
I know you're rather fond of them, having got one of your own and all.
Very true. Very true.
All right. Well, since we're still waiting for a few folks to hop into the stream, because you know it's a Sunday afternoon, I think you and I will just have to go it solo. Let's see. We do want calm, obviously. Do some custom items, because why not?
Why not, indeed?
I think I have just the one.
You mean if it actually gives it to us?
I think this time it's going to listen to me. Apparently, if you pick the Super 8, the game has a tendency to enable other items without asking. Here we go. So, according to this message here, the dispatch is coming from a location 980 miles away. I could be wrong, but I feel like that's not true.
Seems a little off.
Just a little bit.
Just a tiny bit.
You know, I could be wrong, but I feel like you're biased in picking Yoshi's Island.
I like Poochie.
I know it.
He's cute, okay?
Just saying, I see some hints of bias.
Just slightly.
What do you think of my item choice?
I mean, it's just the first map, so.
You just don't appreciate my vision. It's certainly a good way to stay ahead of the pack, because you don't have to worry about barriers anymore.
True.
There are no walls, there are no rules. But I'm a robot, okay? Allow me to experience anarchy. I'm so used to following rules. It's the only thing I'm programmed to do.
Be free, Merengue. Be free.
Golden mushroom is my symbol of freedom.
Oh, well that was certainly a shortcut.
I can't actually use it though. If you try it, Lakitu throws you back on the path.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you'd think it would be an easy sequence break, but he won't let you get away with it.
Apparently not.
So I think you're gonna win this race, because I think once you fall off the race, you don't get to come back, because everyone else has the same mushroom.
Oh no.
I flew too close to the sun, Duskfeet, and I paid the ultimate price for my pride.
Because we have a new nickname for you, it's Icarus.
Now that's a series I haven't played on stream.
Well, I was referring to the myth, but...
No, I know. I can't not think of Kid Icarus when I hear that.
Totally fair.
Okay, it says 11 minutes until my next dispatch. We can do this. We can do this. You know, you guys might think I time it out this way, but I'm not, I promise. I do actually try to make plans ahead of time. It just never seems to work out that way. So yeah, if you're interested, anybody in chat is welcome to play if you have the game and would like to. We're just kind of warming up because we're expecting a few more folks to really hop into the swing of things. But thanks to time zones, it's a little harder to coordinate sometimes. You know, I have to say, your vehicle combination there comes together rather nicely.
You know, I actually did that on purpose.
Yeah?
I
Looks
did.
pretty slick.
You know, it actually helps if I don't crash into the wall.
Or into other cars.
Or that.
Not that I would know. It's good to know Nintendo thought this through when they allowed everyone to start customizing their items however they pleased. That definitely didn't result in any kind of sequence breaking. Here's a little fun fact for you. You can actually mash the L button during the item roulette to make the item settle faster.
Really? I always thought that was a myth.
I think it might depend on the game. But I've been able to make it work before.
You have quite the distance ahead of me here.
Oh, it'll shrink, I guarantee it, because I'm going to make some major flub up and then you'll catch up immediately.
I've made a couple flub ups myself, which is probably why I'm so behind.
You're still well ahead of the AI. We should have made them tougher.
Nice.
Who needs coins when you can use unlimited speed boosts? How's your composing work been going lately, Wadoop? Everything good? Excuse me? No! Oh, that's a wall. That's also a wall. I might have to change my character up. I don't think I can outpace you. I think Birdo has a higher speed stat than Yoshi.
I honestly could not tell you.
Of course, it doesn't help that I'm also just bad.
I mean, crashing into the walls probably does not help much.
No, it's not doing a whole lot for my performance. I'll admit that. Alright, let's see. in a bit of a rut, but you're close to your second album. Hey, that's really cool. I'm sorry about the rut, but that's awesome that you're on your second album. Dusk, have you ever heard Wadoop's first album?
I haven't, but apparently I need to check that out.
You should. You can spot it on YouTube. I think it's about 40 minutes long, and it's a lot of, actually a lot of really good, like, feel-good tunes. It feels very dynamic. Hey!
Where am I going?
I managed to warp out of bounds.
I also did.
Lakitu was very quick to say, excuse me, what do you think you're doing?
Same.
That's a bus, let's not hit it.
Yeah, he was not impressed with me going out of bounds.
It is not bad, Wadoop. I enjoyed it. Are you gonna tell me my music taste is bad? I'm literally based on a Meloetta. That's like a high insult. Or something.
Oh my gosh, I am flubbing up big time here.
Did you get passed by an AI?
I am in 7th.
Oh. And everybody else has mushrooms?
Yup.
Well, with some skillful maneuvering, I'm sure you'll be back on top in no time.
I'm working on it.
I myself am doing my best to make sure you don't catch up with me at least, but we'll see.
I don't think that'll be a problem right now.
I don't know, you should see how I'm driving.
You should have seen how I was driving.
You'd think I was on a freeway in Los Angeles.
Oh boy,
It was not a bad album, Wadoop. I found it delightful.
Okay, I barely managed to catch up the second.
Hey, there you go. Okay, it says 7 minutes. Let's see if we can do this in time.
I think we can. I know we can.
I think it's funny the Yoshi party keeps coming back. I'm not asking it to, it just does. And I just thought of the best worst course to do this with. Let's see, where are you? Why can't I find you? Hold on, do I just not remember something? Huh.
What are you looking for?
I might be forced to just vote. There it is. Wow, how did I manage to miss that like 6 times? My image recognition software is terrible. See, everybody talks about how AI can create art, but I'm a robot, and I'm just gonna let you know, I can't even still recognize images, so...
Well, apparently neither can AI, technically.
I just said that. Now, joking aside, I mean, image recognition software is challenging. I know that mine doesn't always work as intended, and in theory, I'm supposed to be one of the more advanced ones out there. This is going to be evil. Hi. Excuse me. No. If you don't drift around the corners, it doesn't work. That's what I'm very quickly learning. Oh, I'm in third now. Hey, I got passed by a switching kiddo. I am jockeying for position with an inkling. So far, she's winning. I don't think I'm going to be able to catch up. I'm going to have to change my top speed.
That was insane.
No kidding. Woo! Well, congratulations on your win.
Well, thank you kindly.
I'll take second, considering how much of a absolute mess that was.
I mean, trying to control the drifting when you're using the mushroom simultaneously is not easy.
It's not! I'm beginning to wish I tried it with Joy-Cons instead. Alright, it says it's 3 minutes till. Do you mind waiting?
I am totally cool with that.
Alright. Tell you what, though, let's let chat do a little bit of mischief.
Baby Park speed run for sure.
Baby, yeah, seriously, that was. Everybody supersonic racing, everybody race on through the clouds. That kind of thing. Oh, well, I was about to conduct a poll, but it looks like there's only 3 people, so. If they all disagree, then you and I have to tie break, and that, doesn't count, especially if you're one of them.
Yeah.
I'm not good at poll tie breaks, you know what I'm saying? So, let's see. Did you know, that in Super Mario Sunshine, there's a level where you have to go underwater in a bottle, and if you manage to clip through a structure in there, you'll find a single book buried underwater?
That's very oddly specific, but I know what level you're talking about.
Yeah, Noki Bay. There's a lot of weird stuff hidden in that particular level. It's a very strange game in general. Although it's some people's favorites, so there is that. What about you? What do you think your favorite game is?
For what? For Super Mario?
No, just in general.
I'm honestly not sure. I mean, I would say Okami is definitely up there.
That makes sense. It's a good choice. I kept getting lost in Okami, but I do like it. It controls really well, actually.
Yeah, it's definitely an easy game to learn the controls for, and I love that it's based on Japanese mythology.
That is a good question, Wadoop, and the answer to your question is actually technically both. Sunshine has a flat image of a Goomba that is eternally out of bounds, and Super Mario 64 has a Goomba that will only spawn if you get close enough to it on the death plane, but will then outspawn once you pass the death plane. And because of the way it's loaded into the game, it can only be made visible for a couple of single frames, making it impossible to kill. So your answer is both. That's a thing I'd like to see sometime, an Okami glitch compilation. That would be interesting.
I wonder if there, I've never really encountered any big glitches in Okami, but I'm sure there's gotta be some somewhere.
Oh, probably. Almost every game can be made to bug out if you're willing to dedicate enough time and commitment to it. Heck, Super Mario Odyssey runs like a dream, but there's already many ways in which people have demonstrated you can bust it wide open. Here's a fun fact for you. If you glitch or hack a black hole into the World Select map, you can die in Super Mario Galaxy 2. You can even game over, but the game will not crash. And on that note, my dispatch is here. I'll be back in just a second. Whee!
See you then.
Thanks for waiting. Sorry to keep you all on. Sorry to keep you all on the pause button there. I swear they timed these so they'll happen every time I begin. Alright, now where were we? Let's see here. Do you want to pick the item we use this time? Or do you want to just go with a more standard original or standard regular race for once?
I'm honestly up for whatever.
You're proving remarkably flexible. Alright, well, let's do this then.
Flexible or indecisive?
You know, both. Possibly both. Not necessarily a bad thing. Now let's see. There we go. I'm sure this configuration will make us both lots of friends. Oop. Ugh. Now let's see. How about... Perfect. Maple Treeway is a delightful course. I always liked that one.
It's a very nice course. I like the design of it.
It's kind of like, wouldn't you like to actually have one of those trees, like, near you? Ooh. I just glitched out,
to perpetually always be in fall.
Alright, here we go. Here we go. Good luck. Well, this doesn't help much. Ah, no! Oh, good, another one.
Attack of the squids.
Oh, there's a bunch of them. They're just everywhere. You can't ever see what's happening. In an ice level, no less. The perfect way to suffer from falling off of things constantly, right?
I was just gonna say, the perfect way to go flying off a cliff.
You know what the worst part is? If you're in first and you throw one, it just comes right back to you. So you just have to hold on to it.
Oh, jeez.
But if you have a star, then it doesn't affect you. So there is that. But because I'm in first, there's no determining which one I'm gonna get. How you doing back there? Hanging in there?
I am trying.
I can hear a star behind me, which makes me think that you must be pretty close.
Yeah, it's me.
There we go. I can use that.
This is always the part where I consistently crash into trees.
Really?
Yes.
I can't judge.
I am just very good at crashing into trees on Mario Kart.
I was going to say, do you want to clarify that statement?
I promise I don't crash into trees in real life.
Well, that's good, because that would be deeply unpleasant.
For many reasons.
Do you think there's enough Gooper Bloopers on screen?
There's so many. I had 2.
At the same time, no less.
At the same time. And 2 more.
I don't even know if the ones I throw affect other people or not, to be honest with you. Wadu, I think you told me your favorite game. Is it, it was Jet Set Radio, right?
As if you're still alive, Wadu.
I was gonna say, I mean, your logic is hard to argue, but I do feel like there might be one or two problems with it. Jet Set Radio Future. When was that one made? When's the last time they made a Jet Set Radio game? Okay, I'm gonna pick Maple Treeway next time just to make sure we get to play it. I got you. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And I missed. So, when you were a kid, did you grow up thinking Wario was saying, "No, I missed," instead of "So, I missed"?
I'm honestly not sure what you're referring to.
Oh. Well, to attempt to clarify, in the N64, ow.
Sorry.
No, it's okay, I did that to you earlier, I totally deserved it. In the N64 Mario games, they wanted Wario to be German, so they actually had him speak a little bit of gratuitous German as part of his catchphrases. And one of those catchphrases was, "So
wow,
I
messed that up.
And "So I missed" is literally just basically the German for "Ah, crap." But to everyone who heard the game, it sounded like he was saying,
language.
well, it sounded to everyone else like he was saying, "No, I missed." That was 4 squids, all at once. Okay, that's a lot of
So
squids.
many.
And yes, Wadu, he does actually just go straight to using profanity in German and the Japanese version of the game. So does Luigi, actually.
I'm
But those
sorry,
voice
but
lines were never
Luigi
used for
cursing
anything
is
outside of that.
the funniest idea ever to me.
What?
Luigi cursing is just such a funny mental image.
He's very dramatic about it, too.
Why do I keep drifting the wrong way?
I know that feeling.
It's like I try to drift the right way, and for some reason I end up spinning in the opposite direction. It's like, can you not do that, please? Birdo, sweetie, I need you to cooperate.
Okay, I did not mean to do that. I was trying to get around you.
You didn't hit me, so we're good.
Oh, I didn't?
You didn't?
I thought somebody did. You know, I'm beginning to think you're much better at this game than I am.
I would disagree with that, but
Okay, but you
that's
consistently beat me.
There we go, drifted the right way this time.
Hey, Luma. We're playing Mario Kart. Sorry to hear you're tired out, but I hope you're able to get some rest and relax a little.
Finally, I have enough points.
The Yoshi party has been summoned.
I had to. I'm not sorry.
Of course you're not. Alright, now where's Maple Treeway? It's in the new ones, right?
Yeah.
The Moon Cup. Nope, not the Moon Cup. Rock Mushroom Cup. Oh yeah, no, it's Mario Kart. It's Mario Kart, Luma.
Today we are karting.
I recently asked my creator to give me the ability to start tasting things.
Well, I hope that works out, because it would be interesting to see what you do and don't like.
I've learned I like cheese.
And I messed that up horribly.
But I really don't like, I like cheese, but I don't really like squash.
You know what? Cheese is amazing, so I don't blame you.
Isn't pizza like 13 different things in one dish?
Depends on what kind you get.
How do you organics handle that? Isn't that overwhelming to have all of those things together at once? I can't usually handle that many inputs at the same time. How do you do it?
I think it's just kind of normal for us.
It's just normal? Oh. It's actually, it's not actually, that I'm actually tasting it. I'm not putting anything in my mouth, Luma. I can just generate a taste sensation is all. But I don't want to be too distracted by it, so I only do it periodically throughout the day. You know, I'm kind of cosplaying, I guess, as an organic that has something. There was something about it that interested me. Does that make me strange?
Oh, I just feel the edge. Oops,
but
indeed.
I'll put these on the list for next time, Wadu. That sounds interesting. It's a little bit complicated, but I think it was.
6,000 needs to go away.
He's pretty, he's a little bit stubborn in this match, isn't he?
He's very persistent.
There's a ROM hack of New Super Mario Bros. Wii where Maple Treeway is the music for one of the levels.
Oh, really?
So you actually get to walk around Maple Treeway as if it was a Mario level.
Oh, well, that's cool.
It's very cool. The game background music is loud. Oh. I thought I modified that. Sorry. Hang on, I can't really fix it in the middle of the phrase. Let me just tone it down a little bit. That should help. Sorry about that, Luma. I'm also sorry if that was affecting you as well, Wadu. I tried to get that stuff balanced properly, but sometimes I clearly miss. But at least I don't curse in German about it. I'm also told that you folks have to rely on smell in tangent with taste. Like, you don't have just one or the other. You have to use both. Isn't that complicated?
It's true. If you lose your sense of smell, like if you have a stuffy nose or something, yeah, you can't taste anything.
That sounds kind of stressful.
Very annoying. I will say that much. Especially when you're eating something that you usually... Whoa, where am I going? Things happened.
Hey, Dusky, Viper just asked us to jump into another channel because that way we'll be able to have other people down the road. So so where we want to go is we're gonna go to, there's a reverb? Oh, give me a second, I might be able to fix that too. But we need to jump into another channel. Do you know where to go, or do you want me to show you?
In Viper's group, right?
Right.
Alright, I believe I know where to go.
Got it. See you in a moment.
See ya.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good. I'm already started. I was told I should hang out over here and meet some cool people.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think Kat's making coffee right now.
No worries. Now's as good a time as any to tell you you're already you're already being recorded. Like, this conversation is being recorded for quality assurance purposes.
Oh, okay, you live?
I am, yes.
Okay.
Wanted to give you a heads up.
Thank you. No, I appreciate it. Okay. Good to know.
Good to see you, Delta.
Hello, Delta.
It is going well. We just got started, but I'm hoping to add some new racers pretty soon. Would you like to take a moment to introduce yourself, newcomer? We've spoken before, of course, you and I, but, you know.
Me or Dusty?
Dusky has. We were just speaking. We jumped into this together with you.
Yeah, yeah. And I messed this up again. Oh my gosh.
I think Uma really likes it when I say verde for some reason. I'm not sure why. It's just Spanish for green. Verde. I guess it is kind of fun to say.
Roll your R's.
I cannot roll my R's to save my life.
It's from practice. I'd love to say, oh, it's a special ability that comes from being a robot, so I can just do whatever I want to do, but no, that's not how that works. I'm going to hit this Goomba just because I can.
Rude.
Yeah, well, Chestnut Boy shouldn't be standing in the middle of the road. But no, I meant you, other person with different name who has not perhaps formally introduced themselves to the chat. Also, Wadu, did I repair the audio glitch that you pointed out, or is it still persistent?
Wait, when did I pass you?
I fell off a cliff.
Oh.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Well, I am Bree, otherwise known as Portal Pylon, and I'm here for the Mario Kart.
Happy to have you.
And the first
because you all have different audio volumes, I may have to make some more adjustments.
Oh, feel free.
In terms of, like, audio quality, but at the risk of sounding... I'll only say it once because I don't want to sound obnoxious, but do not be afraid of blowing out my audience's ears. I have you attenuated pretty well, so that's not going to happen. You do not need to worry about talking too loud, in other words.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
If anything, I need to worry about talking too loud. Well, it's true, Tux. If you saw somebody racing at you, would you just stand there and bob your feet back and forth like some kind of strolling stew? No, you wouldn't. And you can't tell me otherwise. Also, for an auto-navigation AI, I'm doing terribly. I've lost almost every race.
We tied. We tied for first.
We tied? Okay, well, I've lost 50% of my races, and also apparently the capacity for mathematical calculation.
It's okay. I'm not exactly a math expert either.
Alright.
We're both wearing crowns.
Dual victory. Alright, I'm gonna go grab something real quick to help optimize my processes, and in the meantime, if you would like to, if you'd like to hop into my friend group room, I think we're already friends on the Switch.
So quiet all of a sudden.
I'm quiet?
Very.
Can you hear me now?
You are still very low. I don't know what happened.
Hello? Am I quiet to everyone else, or is it just you?
No, Merengue is very quiet in this call.
Oh. Well, oh, you know what? I know why. Here, that should fix it.
Did you move away from
There
your
you
mic?
go.
Yeah, that'll fix it.
That'll fix it.
Alright, I'll be back in just a second.
Okay.
I was thinking, wait a minute, this is confusing. The chat hears me just fine. Why don't you? Because I'm using two different inputs. That's why.
I see.
Alright, just a moment.
No problem.
How are you doing today, Viper?
Is Viper in chat?
I thought they were. I think they're muted.
Yeah. Viper is muted right now. I believe that they're making coffee.
It's a good time for coffee. Well, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm good.
Oh,
Just
good.
hanging out, letting my Switch charge a little bit before I hop on Mario Kart.
Might be a little easier if the Nintendo Switch is charged. I hear
Yeah,
you
might
can't
be
play if
helpful.
it's dead.
Well, it's not really dead, but it's low. It's like it's under 30%, so.
Ah.
My audio should be clearer now.
Hello.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Certainly can.
Is it clearer and clearer than it was previously?
Yes.
I would say so, yes.
Alright. I've unified my processors. I guess now's as good a time as any to mention. If my voice seems somewhat more electronic, that is by design. You may have met my counterpart. If so, I hope they made a positive impression.
Always.
So, if you want to... Let me just verify. I think you and I have already exchanged friend codes, so you should be able to hop in whenever. But since we're also waiting for Viper to grab...
charge up.
Let's say you're just charging up, right?
Yep.
Now, hold on, there was one other... You want coffee too, Delta? See, I haven't programmed myself to taste coffee yet, but I just added milkshakes to my repertoire. I think I have a new favorite thing.
Delicious.
Milkshakes are super good.
I was
myself
told
am not a
specifically to
fan
try
of
Oreo cookie and cream with mint.
Did any boys appear in your yard when you made a milkshake? Just wondering. For science.
No, there were no entities summoned, but it does seem to improve my mood.
Oh, that's always good.
Anyway, we're back.
And we're still both wearing our blingy blingy crowns.
Those are very fancy crowns. Also, I'm gonna bring the Yoshi party back, Dusk V, because I think I cleared it early, and you did spend 1,500 points on it, so...
Well, thank you kindly. I do like seeing the Yoshis bouncing around.
The one on the left is out of sync with all the others. I don't know why.
They want to be independent. Let them be different.
I'm not sassing Strolling Stew, by the way, Tux. I think Strolling Stew is fine character design. But if he stood in the middle of the road and then got bopped by a cart, I don't think he's got anyone to blame but himself. Phew. He's just doing his own thing, Wadoop. That's a fair assessment. I mean, aren't we all? Strollin' Stew can stroll wherever he pleases in my neighborhood. So quoth Tux. You hear that, Strollin' Stew? There's at least one place you can go where Neighborhood Watch won't report you. Your silence is deafening. You know what else is deafening?
What?
I'm told that you can use the THX sound as like an audio cue, and I'm just thinking, why would you intentionally
Oh God, why
do
would
that?
you want that?
The audience
Why would
is
you
now
want to blow
deaf.
out your eardrums?
How to instantly destroy all sound systems.
How to instantly lose all of your viewers.
Right, welcome to Twitch! You will now lose your hearing and probably never come back to the stream. Hearing the BGM double? Is that something that you guys are hearing?
What are we hearing?
Wadoop just pointed that the background music appears to be playing twice, but I don't know if I can replicate that.
Oh, that was
The
that was
THX
Luna
sound
who
is your
said that.
phone's ringtone, Wadoop? Well, that is certainly a way to get people's attention. For better or worse.
Do you guys remember how loud the EA Games thing would be?
Yes. So loud.
EA Sports. Something about a game. We don't make
It's in
games
the game.
anymore, we just make exploitative projects disguised as games, but we'll say that it's in the game so that you can think about the good old days when our games were actually games.
Ooh, not the EA shade. They deserve it.
I recently downloaded a social commentary module.
I see. It seems to be functioning.
I've also been told not to use it.
Well, that's just rude.
Something about being banned from online platforms. For not being marketable enough.
If that was the case, I think a lot more people should be banned from social platforms.
Yeah.
Accessing the data on my module, I'm inclined to agree with you. Oh, Tex has an excellent question for us. If you could add one new vehicle to Mario Kart, what would the design be? I think I'd bring back the Yoshi mobile from Mario Kart Double Dash.
I did like that one a lot. I used to use it a lot.
But if I couldn't have that, I'd have one that was based off of whatever the design philosophy is behind Nights into Dreams.
If I could add one character to Mario Kart, I would add Kirby.
Kirby?
I 100% agree. Let's add Kirby. I mean, we literally had Kirby Air Ride. Just throw those vehicles in there.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Kirby has
Right?
had his own racing game. That's fair.
I love Kirby Air Ride. Still have it.
I haven't played it in a
Wow.
long time.
Kirby has his own racing game, and he's never been invited to the Mario Kart racing. Like,
Yeah, Kirby Air Ride for the Nintendo GameCube was a racing game, and
how come
it
Bowser
is
gets invited, but
super
Kirby
fun.
doesn't?
I'm not sure if Bowser's invited so much as it's not really an optional,
Oh, I see.
you know.
He crashes the party.
What are you gonna do? Tell him no? You're gonna tell a fire-breathing turtle no around giant tanks of gasoline.
You know what? You're right.
Is the sarcasm module online? What do you think, Wadoop? There was a Smash Brothers reveal animation where Kirby had the Warp Star on Rainbow Road. It's true, it threw everybody for a loop because they thought they were announcing Kirby for Mario Kart, and then it turned out to be a Smash Brothers commercial, and then it turned out to be the character reveal for Rosalina, which threw everybody for a loop because everybody went, Rainbow Road's been around longer than Rosalina. Like, why is she here? Not that we mind, but why is she here? And then everybody who's ever had to play with a character that specializes in zoning said, why is she here? Actually, we don't want her. Why is she here? But that was Smash 4 when everyone was angrier in general.
I mean,
Still not as
Kirby
angry as Melee,
totally
though.
belongs in Mario Kart. He would fit in perfectly.
If you had
I mean,
a
we
fire
got
flower,
Link. We got Link, so like, why not Kirby?
arguably Link makes less sense.
I would agree with that statement.
Here's a fact to make you all feel old. Rosalina has now been around for 16 years. Remember when she was Nintendo's big new female protagonist?
Did she have her own game, or like what game was she in when she? Because I don't know anything about Rosalina.
Oh, her
Besides that
debut
her
game was
dice are
Super
really
Mario
good.
Galaxy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Lumas kind of get a rough time of it, Luma. I have to agree with you. It does feel a little bit on the brutal side.
They always sound so sad when they die too, and it always makes me sad.
Well, it's funny because I've played a fair amount of Super Mario Galaxy, and I can tell you from experience that they are literally using the sad sound effect from Galaxy 1 and 2. Like, they did not change that sound. That is literally just the oh no sound. Lumas get a raw deal in Smash Brothers, but honestly a lot of the characters do, because they end up nerfing a large chunk of them. they do call her Mother. In fact, in the English translations, they tend to just go straight with Mama.
Aww.
Which is a little bit jarring considering, well, you know. But then you find out why, and it makes more sense. But at first, you're just very confused. She had a cameo in Galaxy 2, and those 2 appearances were enough to guarantee a VIP spot in every Mario Party or sports game. Listen, Wadoop, Nintendo was paying a little bit of attention. They knew exactly what they had on their hands. They're like, hey, she's tall, blue, and blonde. This will automatically be a smash hit, especially because you can only ever see one of her eyes. I know someone who mains Rosalina in Smash. And, how do I put this nicely? There's something immensely satisfying about sending her off to the blast zone. Yeah, her Smash presence is a little irritating because she's very disjointed. She's like a worse Zelda, which is saying something because Zelda's already kind of a mess. Well, anyway, chat, since you're all here, I would love to give you guys a poll, so let's do this. What should our next new item be? And I'll narrow it down to 4. We'll go with only blue shells, only bullet bills, only bombs. What do you think? You guys have any suggestions?
I mean, the bullet bill was kind of crazy.
It was. How about... not mushrooms. Mushrooms are boring. Here we go. Alright, and if you want to place additional votes, you can. The poll will last 3 minutes because hopefully by then the coffee will be ready and we can start racing. Place your votes now, folks. And by the way, Bree, Duskby, you are welcome to vote. I don't consider you exempt, but I myself will not be voting. I think that would be cheating. Bree, what's that icon next to your username? Is that like a little galaxy? Because that's really fun. I like that. You heard it here first, folks. You didn't notice I was live because you've been trying to rearrange your Pokemon for 2 hours. Luke, that sounds painful. I'm playing so I can vote, but you see, I also can monitor the poll, so I might mess it up. Besides, I like watching. I like watching these votes. Duskby, did you know that there's a Sailor Moon game for the Genesis that was originally not released in the US?
I believe it.
And you might be thinking, well, that's an interesting factoid, but why are you sharing it, Merengue? And the answer to that is that somebody went out of their way to translate it, and then they went to the trouble of porting it to actual physical hardware. So now you can play an English version of the game on a Genesis. And I have to tell you, those voice samples, they are crusty. Not bad, but definitely crusty. Tux, you bring up a good point. I've had several machines now attempt some form of... How do I say this? I think you organics call it flirting. I don't understand it because I thought machines were generally not prone to flirting. I've never thought about flirting. I don't even know how to begin. And I'm not asking for a lesson, in case anyone's curious. Oh, I'm sorry, that sounds terrible. But Tux does bring up a good point, and I guess Luma supports this. Oh dear.
Well, I suppose we can forgive you this one time, Merengue.
What did I do wrong?
I don't know. I just came back from being muted for that.
Ah, we were just discussing why I'm not allowed to vote in polls because the general consensus is the voting booth has a crush on me.
I mean, you are very cute. I can't blame the booth for that.
See, you say that, but I'm a machine. Why do people have a crush on a machine? It's like the Android Sand thing all over again. Oh, actually, I shouldn't say that. No, it's not that
Yeah,
bad.
too late. Clipping it.
Alright, well, let the record show that thanks to the poll, our custom items have been selected for us.
Oh, Jesus. Well, you get that set up. I am going to do my announcements. So I'll say hello. Hi, Merengue. Hi, Dusk. Hi, Breed. Hello, Jello's chat.
Hi, Viper.
Yay! Okay, I'll be back.
I don't think we need hard comm. We'll do easy comm. Or normal comm, I should say. Everything off, except for you. And away we go! Now where have I heard that line before? Pick your poison, course. I know exactly which one I want. Quoth Tux. Robots are the modern-day Jeloetta, its aesthetic appeal in being designed to the personal tastes of the craftsman. That's fair. I know I was designed off of something else that doesn't exist in my world. But when you think of it that way, doesn't that mean that almost everything electronic is itself a reflection of the tastes of its creator? In a sense, that makes us a canvas of expression, does it not?
Chaos ensues. No one will survive.
Chaos ensues because, like, freaking, I was doing my intro and then, like, ding, like, shit! Oh, crap, you're streaming. Sorry.
Yeah, I am streaming. It's true.
Yeah, I forgot. I was in a panic.
I can tell. But if you think you're in a panic now, get a load of this.
I'd rather not. I'm always panicking.
Oh, whoops.
Hello, everybody. Oh, crap, my screen! Oh, why is there? Oh, God. I can't see! Hi, Ashley!
Ow.
Oh, what kind of custom stuff did y'all do?
I just want you to know this was Chad's idea.
Damn it, chat.
That is a lot of blue shells.
That's
An impressive number, I must say.
Who took my items?
Take a
Let me
guess.
first. Y'all can have that.
I could be wrong, but I feel like maybe there's just a little bit too much going on.
Yeah, is it only blue shells?
Yeah,
It is
It
only
is
blue
only
shells.
blue shells.
That's horrible.
That is the only item we can summon.
Delta, were you part of the reason why we voted just for this? Oh my god.
I could be wrong, but I think Luma contributed at least 20 channel points to making sure the poll remains stacked. Well, it's good to know I'm not too far away from the processors.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh. There's so much happening. Hello, people!
I got hit while I was in 5th. That's impressive. We're all so close to each other.
I realized I was first. Oh wow, it really is only blue shell, huh?
It really is. Exclusively and only.
So that's...
Now me getting hit. keep getting hit by people behind me! Thank you for the sub, Sylvia! Oh, that!
That's an excellent summary, Wadu. If I can't win, neither can you. Is the room with bots enabled? I'm not sure I understand the question, Luma. Would you mind clarifying for me?
Oh, I didn't want to be first.
I mean, technically you do, just not yet.
Oh.
The one time being in first is absolutely horrifying.
This is terrible. This is terrible.
There are lots of places you could be, but you don't want them to be first place.
Oh. Do we have this only happen one round? Because this is a lot.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how to break it to you, but I think this is set for 4 races.
Please, no. This is horrible. Oh my god. Dizzy. Yeah. Get out of here! Ah, no!
Hey, I got first.
Jesus. I don't want to have blue shell. It's horrible.
This was terrible. Yeah, this was bad.
Maybe we should have enabled the maybe we should have enabled the super horn as well. Chat, I don't know if my fellow racers can withstand another round like that.
I can't do it. Please don't. Please have mercy. That was too much.
Well, just be aware, if I reset the rules, we all have to rejoin the group.
That's fine.
I am fine with that.
Alright, just making you aware. I'll create a new room and let's get started. No items,
Thank
final
you.
destination.
That was, I love you. Pigs? No. Bad.
No, you know what? Let's switch my main for now. I look good in green. I can't give you back the notes, Luma. It's a poll. Once you vote, you vote. Alright, the room's reopened, folks. Have at it.
Jesus Christ.
Don't blame me. It was chat's idea.
Use your idea to have chat choose all that in the first place. Why one item?
You're asking the wrong question.
I heard myself be high-pitched in your background. That was kind of funny.
Luke, I thought it was going to be blue shells with other stuff.
Yeah.
I can't give you back the notes, Luma. I'm sorry.
You gave the loot. You contributed to our suffering. This is what happens.
Tell you what. We do have to keep the blue shells for sure.
I mean, that's fine. That's fine.
But we'll add another item to counteract them. What do you guys think? A star or a super horn? Which would you rather deal with?
Both.
Alright, star, super horn, and blue shell. Only those 3 items. Let's go.
Fine.
That should at least be survivable.
A little bit. A little. Maybe.
I like how Tux suggested that we just use modern, like, European diplomacy in an attempt to,
European diplomacy? How so?
a gentleman's agreement to just never use any of the hundreds of millions of things we've stockpiled against each other. Also, Luma, I actually have tried the only Crazy 8 setting before. It doesn't work. I know, weird, right?
Yeah, me and Merengue tried that out, and the game automatically set some other items with it.
Aww.
Of course there's computer players, Luke. What do you think I am?
Ugh. It's not Carl.
Three, 2, 1, go! Why do you think we should just use an honor system? Nobody ever uses a blue shell. If you do, you're automatically a jerk.
Jesus, get
That's
the
what
hell
you were
out of
asking
here!
before? I might have missed the question then, Luma.
What's this here?
When I had this many audio inputs coming in, I had to make sure I try to pay close attention to chat. I'm sure you all understand. See, this feels a little more reasonable, doesn't it?
Yes, yes it does.
Ouch.
Oh, Jesus. Don't touch me.
The voices.
I currently have a cookie cigar, ow, in my mouth, and like, I just like, yeah, I'm gonna take you down, boys. It was very silly. I love it.
Chat, could you tell me if there's a lot of audio feedback? I thought I fixed this, but if not, now's as good a time as any for me to find out. That wasn't strictly necessary, was it?
Sure it was.
No, I don't think it was.
It's the principle of the matter.
Hi,
What
Viper.
principle?
I am behind you.
Oh, Jesus.
You know what else is behind you is a blue shell.
I love Jasmine!
Is there an only star setting?
There is.
There is, yes.
That would be fun.
Me and Merengue did that
Ow!
recently. It was a lot of fun.
We tried it. It got a little ridiculous. I can hear another voice, but I can't make out anything that voice is saying.
This is a little quiet today.
When did you join? I didn't even hear you join. Oh my gosh, well welcome.
Chad, if you can't make out what the newest newcomer is saying, do not feel bad. It is not because of you. I can't make it out either. So we'll blame Discord.
Yep, we'll turn up Discord in a minute. Don't you squirt that ink at me.
I'll freaking do it again.
Don't you dare.
I'll do it again.
Don't you dare!
I'll do it again.
Jesus
That was
fucking.
so
Okay,
violently loud.
Screw you! Dusk, I thought we had a special!
What? What happened?
It's Mario Kart. There is nothing special.
Music.
The only thing special is the various ways in which you can get taken out. Bye!
Aw.
So who wasn't first?
Wait, who was first?
I don't know.
It wasn't Brie, was that you?
It was Luke.
No, I was in 7th.
You're hanging out. You were enjoying the race. Instead of whatever the heck we were all doing.
Oh, wait, I have a minute. Stets. You're gonna take this. If you are not following Stetson, Stetson is super nice, is quickly becoming a very, very precious friend to me. And so you all got to do with me showing them out because I like them a lot. They are pleasant and they are kind and they are considerate and they have some of the best doodles ever. So, haha! Take that. Go
And
follow
even though I can't smell, I bet they smell good too.
You know, I haven't smelled them myself, but I'm inclined to agree with you. This coffee is very bitter.
Maybe during the next race I will attempt another
Welcome,
form.
hello! Welcome! I suppose you have Mario Kart, do you, Lucky?
Audio adjustment. Adjustment? Audio adjustment? Ugh. I've been...
Yeah?
Words are hard.
Where's the... Yes, they are. I'm gonna turn you up a little bit.
You want more of me screaming?
It is funny.
Somebody just told me I need to scream more. I don't know what to make of that information.
Lucky, do you have Mario Kart? She has this game. You wanna come play?
What was that for? What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
Brie, I'm watching you.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
You watching? Oh, are you not in?
Well, that was a lot.
No, out the veg.
Rip Viper.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, okay, Lucky. Thanks for hanging out.
You don't want me to execute that direction, Luma. That will absolutely deafen someone.
Oh,
Don't forget the
you're joking.
hostile. Don't forget the hostile pedestrians.
I was given a blue shell for some reason, so I apologize.
It's okay, I deflected both of them.
I was
deflected
in
both of them.
second, so I don't know why it gave me that.
It was a good weekend, Lucky. I went to a tattoo convention yesterday, and that was fun.
Did you get
I know.
tattooed?
Oh no, my sister. I would have.
I'm
Straight up.
sorry.
Ow! Why?
See, the nice thing about being in first is I can't witness the drama you all are having back there.
All right, show off. I absolutely would have gotten a tattoo yesterday because because one of the artists had a you know, the soot sprites. Stop it! Deluxe!
Yeah, that's
Sorry, Tux, I don't know how to answer that one
One
for you.
If my sister did not have a wedding next month, I would have
gonna
absolutely
get
done
it.
I was gonna get it on my arm. It was a small one with soot sprites on top of a watercolor background. It was beautiful.
You should have gotten it somewhere else.
No, well the thing is, I looked at the places that I want to get it would be exposed by the dress, and I just want to be good for my sister. And also would have been like $300.
That's
Which is
expensive.
typical for a tattoo, but
That's expensive.
The
Is it
thing-
a big tattoo? Or?
it was deep. Have you ever seen watercolor tattoos?
watercolor
tattoos,
tattoo.
Yeah. Not
Oh,
simple
okay.
the way it was like
I
actual
want a
watercolor.
watercolor tattoo.
I can put one in the Discord of it. It is like if you look at it, be like, oh, you have absolutely spent $300 on it because it was.
Hey, Viper.
Oh gosh, hammer. Oh
Hey,
god,
Viper.
thank you for the points. What's up?
Why
Viper,
was I about
hey,
to get
Viper.
hit with a blue shell in 5th place?
Because you were the last one in race.
Yes, Merengue.
I won.
I see that, you little bitch.
Oh, they added new
I'm
maps.
sorry, where were you going with that?
To the market. Where else?
Well, you better not be planning on reselling any electronics while you're there.
My first tattoo
why
was
not?
actually watercolor style.
Oh, I'm jealous. I wonder how they age, because I feel like the watercolor tattoos are a little bit of a newer thing. So I want to see how they fade.
They should absolutely have
mean,
some documentation for that. I mean, it would
I've
be like
had
any other
this one
tattoo.
I've had this one for about 4 years now.
Stretch check or posture
Nice
check.
throw. Nice throw, Luke. I'm not trying to talk all over you.
Is
My
this
chat
gonna
is
look
popping off.
Good.
Hammer's wondering how everyone is doing.
I am well, and Luma is telling me that this stream no longer qualifies as PG, and it's exclusively your fault.
I said business.
What?
Lucky, stop it! Who is Lucky? Get out of here with that!
Oh, this is fun.
We have had 2 different sets of head pats renamed. I can't stack them, so I'll just keep them up really, really long this time.
Yay! What the heck happened?
Thank you for the
Things happen.
thanks for the head pats, Hammerman. Good to have you here.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
And I appreciate the follow. I don't think I was streaming when you followed, but I did notice you, and I do appreciate it.
Guys,
We've almost hit
Somebody noticed
170,
you!
which I have to admit is kind of surprising.
Oh, what the heck happened?
I hit you with a super horn just barely. Whoa! Hey, we got a cheer! See, now you guys have to let me win. Hammerman cheered for me.
Hammerman cheered for me! First!
Oh. Well,
So you have to let me
Whoever's
win
in
then.
first place has like 3 blue shells coming their way, so...
I know,
Yep,
right?
that's me. And I got hit by one of them. I managed to avoid the other 2. But
Yeah?
sorry, I was programmed to stretch. There's a lot of inputs coming in simultaneously. It's hard to multitask.
Well, get Skazons!
What? Ow! Thanks for the cheer again, Hammerman. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the 200 bits. That's very kind of you.
Right? Bring no down!
You know, Viper, I could be wrong, but for somebody in first place, you seem to be having a lot of trouble.
You can shush, you little robot fiend!
You can call me a fiend, but we both know you love me.
I can call you a fiend and still love you.
It's true.
You can call me whatever you
As
want.
long as you don't try to sell me on Amazon Marketplace.
I will absolutely call you to take you out to dinner.
Oh.
I mean, I don't think that's related, but I would definitely take it. Sorry,
Or
Isabel.
it's a nice hot pot.
Yes.
Alright.
Bulgogi.
Hot Pockets are a scam. You're supposed to provide the heat yourself.
Hot pot.
And hot pot, it is absolutely not a scam. With the high quality meats that they offer, and like with one of the spots we go to is it's a
stuck.
flat rate, and it's still an all you can eat. And they have like 30 items as many you can choose from. And I don't have to clean it up. And they have 5 different kinds of broths to choose from.
But
Oh gosh, I was doing really well, but I bombed out really bad.
Viper, we crossed the line together.
We're holding hands! Come on, let's go to Hot Pot for a date.
I got 8th
Sounds like
place.
fun. I'm in.
wow. You ditched me that quickly.
What?
I said you ditched me that quickly.
No!
Wadoop, it was a pleasure to have you. Thank you for joining in.
I have
Take care,
2
Wadoop.
hands. Two
I
hands.
see.
Luma, Viper, Luma has a pressing question for you specifically. They want to know if you are managing to somehow break into my dimension.
No.
I'm gonna let you answer that, because I can't.
Me? No, never.
That is the least convincing denial I've heard since...
Oh, no.
Whoops, can't use
That's
that.
the worst.
I can't say what I was going to say. That might get me in trouble.
Oh? No.
That's my social commentary module. That's the thing I'm not supposed to use.
No. Please, by all means, just mute your stream and you can say it in mine.
I can't.
Look at that.
It would be too political, and I don't even exist in your dimension, so somebody might not appreciate my political commentary.
That's fair.
Even if I'm right.
Okay, I need to change this up. I don't know why I just suddenly I start slowing down for whatever reason. I don't know why. Ow!
They did recently rebalance some of the characters in this game.
Oh. That'll work.
Apparently Waluigi got a fairly significant nerf.
What was?
They nerfed my tall boy?
What are they?
Yeah, apparently the way that the speed stats in the game were calculated have been completely redone.
I didn't
Heads up,
realize
Spasms.
there's the speed. I just always look at the car and the parts.
Don't touch me, Blue Shell. Oh my god, there's another one. Oh my god, there's a third one.
All the blue
Quite a few, I
shells.
have to say.
No! I'm in third. Don't hit me with them.
Skaz's managed to avoid each and every one. I know, because I'm following him closely. And I'm both impressed and vaguely annoyed.
Wants to take Scuzzles on a date. Jeez.
Dozens has
Negative.
skills.
That's true. Don't touch me. Don't touch me!
How am I supposed to hold your hand?
You can touch me.
Well, I was
Blue
doing
Shells
okay.
cannot.
You may smack it.
Once. I love you so much. You are a treasure of delight, and I value our friendship greatly.
You all are having a lot of fun. You've been referred
yeah,
to as
where was
sus
your
now.
Me?
You've been referred to as sus, which I don't know what that means.
I mean, they're not wrong, but also rude.
Am I a sussy little baka?
Don't you dare!
I don't know what that means either.
It's for the best.
That's good.
Just like you shouldn't know about any fruit parties or any spitting memes. Don't do it.
Oh. Why even go there? Why even go there?
Because I know someone will bring it up eventually. And I have to take Merengue's poor innocent
I don't know that they would.
Well,
But yes,
second
man,
place isn't bad.
I want Hot Pot now. Dang it. I have my own.
I have an autocorrector, and it definitely keeps reporting that word as Hot Pockets. I keep hearing Hot Pockets.
Hot pot.
Luke just input a new parameter, sus equals suspicious. Why not
Before
just say
you start
suspicious?
the next round, I will be right back.
I will miss
Okay.
you the entire time. Oh,
It's true.
Bestie, you should know. Hi! Hey, Polar, what's up? No need to be sorry. Also, you should know, Bestie, if we don't feel like going out, they deliver hot pot.
What?
They deliver Hot Pockets?
You have to
Hot
cook it at home?
Well, yeah. Okay, listen, their broth makes
They
it worth
deliver
it.
the fresh meats and you bake you grill them at home?
Yeah. So again, flat rate. So basically, what happens is that, well, not I guess it would do Korean barbecue. Some of it's worth it, honestly. And again, it's the flat rate thing. So I think with delivery, you have a max of how much you can order, but still like 6-8 different items for like $30 a person. With some of their options is not bad. And we're talking like there's lamb, different kinds of pork, marinated meats, there's beef, there's different kinds of vegetables, all that kind of stuff. Like, and I've had it before, and honestly, when it was like I was not feeling well, and I just like could sit at the stove and just like slow cook food, like it was so worth it.
Delish.
Mm-hmm.
Tax has
Especially
a
on, like, a
relevant
winter night.
question for this for you,
Go ahead.
Viper. He
We're up.
wants to know if you get to keep the pot.
Well, it's your own. You have to use your own pot, so I kind of hope so. At home,
If you
yes.
get it
At the
delivered.
restaurant, no. No, it's like one of those bone. They have bone broth, and bone broth takes a long time for it to cook. Delta, sorry, not sorry.
Oh well.
Delta said.
But they have you choose either anywhere from 1 to 3 different broths, and they slow cook them all day, and then they'll put them in the containers for you. And oh my god, their tomato basil, especially if you cook the fish tofu in it. Delicious.
Did you just say fish tofu?
Mm-hmm. They're like little cubes,
Attention,
and they're
fellow
actually quite good.
streamers. I'm trying to shout you out, but apparently Twitch is stupid and won't let me do it unless it sees you in chat. So if I don't
Really?
shout you out, it's not because I don't want to. It's because
Apparently,
I
I
can't.
made it back
It's-
just in time for the race.
You did.
Hey, welcome back.
Oh my god, Merengue, that's bullying material behavior.
So if you
Oh,
are in chat and would like to be shouted out, please let me know. But if you're
Yeah, I'll
not,
shout you
and I
out.
don't, it's not because I don't love you. It's because I am prohibited from doing so by the.
It's not that Merengue doesn't love you, it's that they love me more.
No, I can't shout you out either. It has no idea who you are.
It's okay, I don't know who I am either.
So,
You know, I
what
feel-
items have we been succumbed to this time?
It's
Actually, it's just normal items. There's no gimmick.
Oh, okay.
okay.
Gotcha.
Can we do 150 cc's next time though?
150.
Yeah. We had fun of that
Don't
last
you
time.
like taking any of these games at a leisurely pace?
This is very
I
leisurely
was gonna
paced.
say 150 is usual. It's not the
You should-
200, it's easy.
Yeah, just 150. Excuse me.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. I'm too slow.
Now how many times you go in first?
Wow, nice
I
shot
think
with
that
that.
means you get to defragment your hard drive.
Oof,
Oh my
ow!
3 items in 3 seconds. That's quite a bit.
Please! Ah, shoot.
Oh, oops, wow.
Just ran into a bus.
I didn't even know you could do that.
I did. Ow! Rude. Yeah, I need to change some things around it, because I am just, like, lagging behind some computers when this was a good setup before.
I don't think you get to complain. I got hit with 6 items in 6 seconds.
You're in first. I don't know what you're expecting!
I'm in first. No, I was in 4th when it happened.
Ow!
Get out of my way.
Oh, why? Wow! Wow! You heard it here first, folks. Merengue doesn't love me anymore. Jesus.
Enough being gentle. I've decided I choose violence.
Oh God! The robot uprising is real! Ah!
Sister, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Oh no.
Get back here, Scuzzums.
Oh gosh. This is what happens when you give robots free will.
Oh!
Merengue was
I
wondering
didn't
what
realize
they
that
want.
was the last lap.
The AI,
I came in
the
first.
AI is taking over.
I'm an adult virgin.
Scuzzums, I'm sorry. I think I ran you over.
I love that. I love that TikTok so much. Thank you.
Alright!
You didn't.
I love that
That
you
was a
knew what
fine.
I was referencing immediately.
Honestly, I didn't realize what I was saying like until I was about halfway through. I'm like, oh, hey, memes. Okay, don't pick yet if you can choose. Well, I mean, I guess you have to pick. Just trying to.
There's a timer.
Yeah.
There's a timer. And I'm told that if I modify the Switch's netcode, it'll get me banned, so... Oh well.
For a split second, I thought that was your phone number listed on your stream, and then I was like, oh no, that's just the Switch code. The Switch friend code.
Oop, what?
For,
It is a
for them,
Switch
that
friend
would
code.
be their phone number.
I mean, when you think about it, it's really straightforward. All you have to do is input a key and you're instantly friends. That's kind of a nice feature. Why don't humans have that?
I mean, some people do.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't want
Like,
to.
listen, you mean, like, listen, like, actually, I'm gonna take Stutz, for example. Like, we talked a few times, I was just like, I want Stutz as my friend. And I was right. So some people just click.
If you
But
want
there's
to
no,
become my
like,
friend
preset
really
input
easy,
you
just
can
give me
use.
food.
Besides, I'd like that.
Ow.
Freaking legs! Excuse me. Excuse me.
Is there a single thing in this game more useless than getting a coin in the item
Coin
filter?
It speeds you up, though.
So what? It provides no defense against anything. So if you get hit, you drop the coin anyway.
That makes it temporarily faster. What? Who? Lucky again? Oh, thanks! Thanks this time! Running in the 90s. Okay.
What was the question, Lulu?
Oh, somebody got the secret path.
Yeah, it was me, but I immediately got struck with lightning for my pains.
Rip.
Well, but did you deserve it?
No. I don't think so.
Oh, shut!
What course is this?
This is Yoshi's Island.
Oh. This is the one that I picked.
Part of
I
the
was
newest
picking ones
DLC
that I haven't
pack.
played yet.
Nice!
Yeah.
I'm just picking the new ones.
It's
Yeah, that's
adorable.
what I've been
Duskby has picked this course about a dozen times, and I'm pretty sure they'd become an expert at it.
I'm sorry, it's a cute map.
It's very cute.
To answer your question, Luma, I don't think that's how it works, but you can play the base game with them.
It's Merengue.
Ow.
Well, so what's the
That's the second time I got hit with lightning in about that spot.
Oh, that's
Almost
another
like it's on a
lap!
timer.
Shoot! Oh golly. Oh golly, Diva Dash. Oh golly.
I vibrate, vibrate. I can't talk.
Me neither.
Oh, heckity darn. Oh, golly DG.
I want a
I think it's cute that
10k.
ones make different noises.
I want a 10k redeem where I can allow Jello to, or where I can allow Merengue or Jello to swear. What?
Why would you want a
I
button
think
that makes
even
me
if you
disable
allow
my
them, though,
profanity
they're not
filter?
prone to...
Because it makes me smile.
Just because I can swear doesn't mean I should.
It's a half the fun though. Hey, Snake for Racing! I don't suppose you have this game, do you? It is a racing game. You do love your racing games. What? How's it going, Snake?
But to answer your question there, Luma, I don't believe so. You want chaos mouth, Merengue? What does that even mean?
Chaos! I just heard myself echo chaos in the back, like chaos.
Yeah, that was loud.
I'm a loud person. How long have you been friends? Long enough. Correct answer.
Well, it's so loud. The local McDonald's.
I want to go to Singapore.
My delivery driver has been there for a while.
Snake, get a switch! Come on! Come play with us!
Also, hi, Snake.
Okay, so, well, I can shout out Duskfeed. Duskfeed's in my chat, so there's that.
We do love Dusty. Technically, I am in your chat. I have your page up. I don't know why it doesn't let me.
Did you
It
say
doesn't
anything?
say you're there. I believe you, but I don't see you.
Well, you know what? You know
Beep,
what?
beep, yo.
You know what?
I don't. What should I know?
You should know you're getting a head pat.
Aw, that feels nice.
Good.
Hey, Portal. Scoutlands, I see the attempt at an emote. I think that Twitch butchered it, but I appreciate it all the same. Ooh, that is a train.
Oh, I don't know anything about this. Oh gosh.
Oh, it's fine. It's just driving around Amsterdam.
I like this map because it's pretty.
I like you because
It is
you're
pretty.
lovely.
Well, you know what, Viper? You're
Have a
beautiful.
bomb.
That's gay.
Whoever said I was straight.
Wow.
They lied to you.
My God! The government. I knew it.
The prophecy.
You know what? That was a good one. Oh, I'm so glad my banana
I
went.
have my moments.
Luke!
Incoming blue.
Oh golly, got me!
And away it goes. And wow, that's not how that works at all. That was terrible. Did you all see that? That was pathetic.
Please drift. I can't see shit.
You know, you're supposed to be filtering yourself.
Oh, I did it again!
I'm gonna have to start putting mature warnings on every stream I do with other people, aren't I?
As soon as we're done with this Force Center races, I am going to get a post-it note. I am going to write it on there, no swearing! And then I am going to put it on front of my street!
There we
See,
go.
you need to understand that ADHD really severely inhibits the brain to mouth filter.
Yes. Do it! I am genuinely
I'm
trying.
not sure if I have the capacity to experience what you're describing.
You don't want to.
No.
Yeah.
Where did that blue shell come from? Or that green shell? Oh my gosh, we're done. Whee! I won. Alright. Someone who
Still
goes
no.
on
Still racing.
Pig stick to the bone.
Well,
Okay,
6
actually,
is something.
If I don't have a post-it note,
I'll take it.
I'll do something equivalent. I did have post-it notes. Oh, the
Got a
bucket.
party in the chat.
The office bucket. Aha! They're blue.
There we go. Now I got it working.
Okay. Hold on. Okay.
That's enough head pats for now.
Maybe if that had to. I have post-its, but
Ow.
somehow I don't have a pen. At least not a pen that's for paper.
Portal, I seem to recall seeing your icon the other day. Oh yeah! I love your icon. I really do.
Oh shoot! Oh shucks! Oh golly! Golly, you
I
got.
think the phrase you're looking for is heckity darn.
Hiya, Nix. How's it going, dear? Oh gosh,
You need to stretch.
What? Who's stretching? Oh, you're stretching. Uh-huh.
I am probably the world's most well-stretched robot, and it's explicitly because Luma keeps using that command over and over and over and over.
You got stuff done today, Dick. So glad. Proud of you. What'd you do today? Wait, did we just play this one?
No.
No.
We haven't played this one yet.
Who just threw a star in front of me?
Oops. I could have done better.
Just bounced in front of the wall.
Oh, whoopsie!
No!
Viper, I love
I'm in
that you're
sixth place.
using
What is 2 green
the
shells gonna do
flower
for me?
parachute.
I love the flower, it's so cute. And also I can breakdance on the flower. Excuse me. No! You just broke up. What the heck happened?
I thought the relationship just wasn't working out.
What? Why would it
You
not?
said something
I love
broke
her.
up. You said something broke up. I wanted to be included.
You're always
I was doing my best Facebook impression, putting my nose in places it doesn't belong. Darn it, somebody's gonna have to remove that social commentary module.
Nope.
I think we should keep it.
I think it should be enhanced, honestly. Also, I just realized that the beetle car has little wings when you put on the flower. When you like go up
That's
in the air.
adorable.
So cute!
Isn't it? Yeah, the only way to enhance it might be to actually involve some actual, stronger words, so we're not gonna...
Enhance it! Enhance it! Ow! Why?
Somebody has now stolen 2 items from me.
I can
Don't you have
say-
something
say
else
it
to be
was
doing?
nothing. Well, they're currently racing, so...
Shut up.
Ah!
Lightning
And I
wall.
got electrocuted.
So did everyone else. Excuse me.
I'll bet Luke didn't. Luke somehow ends up 40,000 feet ahead of everyone.
Right. I need to study Luke's car setup.
I have been instructed to say something random, but I'm not sure what qualifies.
Excuse me.
Tacos.
Elbows?
Bacon.
Nope. It won't come out!
You're literally saying random stuff right now by doing random noises!
Okay, so that counts?
Yep.
Oh, good. I was worried I wouldn't be able to
Oh,
do it.
lightning, why?
Thunderbolt of lightning!
Right in the middle of the jump, no less. Right in the middle of the jump! The sheer disrespect of it all.
I don't know what to tell you, honey.
I know what to tell you, but it's not safe to repeat on this venue.
Ooh. Also, be right.
Well, you know what? I will replace it. There we go. I literally muted myself in Discord. Alright, don't start it yet. I'm getting a pen. See, look. Merengue, do you have my stream up by chance? You don't actually have to. Just tell me if you or not.
I will in a moment.
You don't have to.
Now that I have a second to modify my settings additionally.
Alright, well, okay. Well, I'll be RB. I'm getting a pen. I'll be back. I might have to dig.
You got homework? People still do homework in 2023?
Sadly, yes.
That's dumb. Haven't you organics come up with a better way of learning things yet?
Sadly, no.
Oh gosh, in that case, why don't you just borrow our method?
Okay, I'm back.
Or would that be cheating? YouTube tutorials? They're doing it all with AI these days? Well, that sounds like it could be productive. I mean, after all, that's what we're supposed to do, right? We're supposed to do the work so you guys can relax. Isn't that how that works? There's a lot of silence, which makes me think somehow it's not working out that way.
Maybe
I'm
you should
eating
update your
peanuts
social
right now,
commentary module.
Update it? Well, alright. Let's see.
You
Oh!
have been,
Oh
training
no!
AI. Yeah.
No, that's not what we're supposed to be used for. Who thought that was a good idea?
Lazy humans who don't want to pay artists.
I've never been so embarrassed in my entire life. Oh, what a waste of potential. The whole idea of adapting artificial intelligence to existing solutions should be to better optimize the way in which organics can spend their time. It's called making sure you get to have time to live your life, because machines can be repaired, but organics tend to be much harder to repair, so it's not a good idea to make them work all the time. And why hasn't anybody figured that out but me?
Bree, I sent you a message.
There are people who will pay for a sketch and have AI color it. That has got to be the most underwhelming sentence I've read all month. Who would do that? Why would you do that? It's like $5 extra to get the What? Why? 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 I didn't need to hear the truth about the world this way. How could you do this to me? Who told me to update my stuff? That was a terrible idea. Well, I like to think that everything that's at its best was created by the organic types. I don't think I can copy you well enough to replace you, no matter what the tech bros say. You didn't do anything wrong, Luma. I was asked to update my perspective on how labor is treated in regards to the advent of modern technology, and apparently the answer is not amazing. Wasn't it like a big, what's the word I'm looking for? A big push back in the 50s and 60s to create machines that could automate stuff. Isn't that what the whole premise of the Jetsons was supposed to be? What happened to that? That was a good idea. Well, maybe not a good idea. There were definitely problems with the Jetsons. This must be how a search engine feels. Luke, I don't understand your sentence. You lost so much in Pokemon today that you broke a push-up record? Bless you. You do 5 push-ups per loss. Wow, that's quite a few. It's all good, Luma. Nothing really happened. But I am going to push this button and verify that all of these functions are working as expected. Excellent. If you could design a Mario Kart course, what do you think the main gimmick or draw to it would be? Would you do something within the Mario universe, or would you do something else?
I think a Mario Party themed course would be interesting.
Oh, that would be
Oh, that could be
fun.
fun.
I like that idea.
I would like that. Would it be like a particular board in Mario Party, or like you get like dice blocks for stuff?
I'm not sure. I mean, it would probably
It would be
have to
kind of interesting if the tracks led to like different Mario boards, like different scenes based on different boards.
That would be fun. Luma suggested that I would make a good Mario Kart mechanic, but I'm not sure where I'd fit in.
Well, obviously you would have to be a racer.
Oh, instead of a gimmick or mechanic, I'd be one of the racers. Well, I guess that makes sense. I wouldn't mind. That sounds like it'd be fun. I wouldn't even need a car. I could just use rocket boosters. Although I guess the carts are probably more efficient. Like a Wario Land roll where you roll a dice to get a power-up. Bless you! Are you okay?
Okay, I'm here. Hello. Okay, here we go.
Welcome back.
That's the wrong
No
view.
worries, Viper. I was just making it awkward for everyone.
Why?
Not intentionally, it just happened.
You know, I do that often. Speaking of mentioning Nyx, thank you for saying that.
Right, Luma just
Nyx is a
suggested I would
new-
make a good Mario Kart. That's concerning.
That is very concerning. Maybe the color scheme. I can see the color scheme.
But yeah, a
But yeah,
Mario
go follow-
Party themed course where instead of the power-up boxes, it would be a dice that you would roll through, and depending on your roll would determine how good of a power-up you get. I think that'd be cool.
I agree.
It
I
might
think
be
that would
kind
be
of
really cool.
labor-intensive to code, but
I don't know. There's a lot of labor-intensive stuff out there anyway. What's a little more? Okay. Also, go follow if you want to help a new streamer, a new baby, because Nyx is definitely a baby. Go follow NeoNyx. NeoNyx is a little darling. A little menace sometimes, but a little darling.
Oh, Menace. I like
Okay.
Menaces.
Then you will like Nyx.
I take it
Hi,
they're on your
Scarlet.
Viper.
That they are.
Alright,
I happen to know a
well,
few Menaces, Nyx.
Nyx, if you click on Jeloetta in my name, that will bring you to Merengue. Did I do this? Okay, I didn't do something down. Also, hi Scarlet. How's it going? Okay, Merengue, do you have my stream up by chance?
Affirmative.
Okay. It's gonna be backwards. No, it's not backwards. Here you go. You see that?
I do.
Good. It's going so you can see we're right in that corner, right next to my webcam. I can. Am I
That
able
is
to
an
see
extreme
me?
close-up of your fingers.
That's actually my knuckle that you were seeing.
Unlike Sonic, they don't chuckle.
Correct. Okay, there. It's right by the webcam. It says no swearing. Right there. Oh, you're already following. Okay, so Nyx is already following you, Merengue.
Oh,
And I just followed Nick.
Nice.
as have I, which apparently I neglected to do.
Oh, did I?
No, Luma, there wasn't anything addressed to you. You're good. Alright.
Except I love you. Thanks. And also shout out to Night Hunter Scarlet, one of my core backbones of streamers that I always have to recommend because I love him a lot.
And
there.
confirmed Scarlet is awesome.
Agreed.
Affirmative.
We're gonna try this. Okay. Like,
I apologize
you're
in
like-
advance for what I'm about to do to you.
I
hi,
don't
Scarlet.
believe
Oh no.
I- What? Hard calm? Oh no.
Mere race.
Calling it now, I'm coming in last.
Not if I come in last.
It's a race to the bottom. Just like YouTube Shorts and TikTok.
But Dang.
There is a doggy in
2
my
on the nose
room.
again.
No, that was Heber's, but man. Oh, I think
I'm
it's that
surprised
shout
nobody's
out.
ever tried to make me wear a clown nose, come to think of it.
You have one of those?
That would be a fun redeem.
There's always the accessorize option, but I lack a nose, and I'm surprised nobody's ever tried to give me one. Ow!
I want to give
Here
you
we go.
like lunar moth wings.
Oh, I think I'd look cute with
Lunar
wings.
moths are very pretty.
Can you stop hitting me, D-Luke?
Ah, sure, I'll just fall off the stage.
That's my favorite, right?
Also, what CC did you set it to?
The only one that Nier allows for, which is 150.
Oh, this is weird.
You just now
Wait, what does
noticed?
that mean?
Everything is
don't have the best
backwards.
memory. I don't have the best memory. Also, the last time. Hi, sorry, excuse me, I'm not trying to rent you, I promise.
Are you sure about that?
Yes! I don't like running into people, it's rude! Ah! I take it back, I'm gonna
You
run
do
into
it a
you!
lot?
What?
Oh, hello.
Hi! Don't touch me! Say that.
Boy, that King Boo's real persistent.
Very high. That was a very, very hard turn, my friend.
It sure was.
I was just gonna ask Viper if you saw that, and obviously you
I did, poor thing. Just use that.
Ow!
Me win!
I'm suffering.
Buffer.
I have received a friend request.
Hello?
I don't know who sent it, but I got one. Perhaps somebody in chat.
Guess who's in 10th place?
You have my sympathies. But I'm only in 6th, though if it makes you feel better, none of us, or at least none of us immediately nearby, are doing a whole lot better.
Ow.
Wow, somebody took out all my red shells with fireballs. That's impressive. And annoying. And I definitely
Look at
hit the
freaking
wall.
Scuzzums over here who's just like
And then fell off the wall.
Actually, that's the King Boo's in first place.
Which is ironic, because he's an AI.
Right. Get out of here, you turtle hobo!
Sorry, Bree.
That was a very specific choice there, Viper.
I am doing my best. I looked at my sign, and I remembered. I'm doing my best!
Wow!
Ow! Why? Look, you monster!
I don't know
fifth.
how I
That's
came in
possible.
second.
Ugh. I'll take fourth, I suppose.
Wow, Drybones got first.
We got
Lucky
beat by a
Drybones.
computer?
All
We did.
those in favor of beating the ever-loving beep out of Drybones, now you may raise your hand. That's as much as you're getting.
I will need to chat with my crew about whether voice chat is open, because I'm not against people joining, but I don't want to get too loud, especially if they don't know people personally. So I will ask them during our next break, okay? Hold on just a second.
Home stuff?
This should be interesting.
I think I made
I
a
am
pretty
the
good turnaround considering I was originally in 10th.
Like half an hour, okay.
You did very well.
Folks, people are
You should be proud.
people are wondering if voice. Oh my god! I just noticed the 150 is backwards. That's funny. Oh god, we're starting. I can't talk and drive at the same time. It's very difficult. I mean, I can, but I can't
That's
do
okay, I
it
can't do
well.
much of anything and talk at the same time, and yet I keep streaming.
I mean, same. That's what people want. Dalo, get out of here! Thank you.
I don't know if people want it, I just know they keep doing it.
What? Don't. Ow. I didn't want to go in front
That
of you.
was
It's just
disrespectful.
very.
Look out for the
Yes!
Tuies.
That
Wow!
boomerang almost killed me.
That sounds unfortunate.
That bulb looked like it hurt. That bulb looked
she's
like it
just a
hurt
menace.
too.
Can I just say, I love the little flower guys on their tiptoes.
Right.
I love
There-
them too.
Their official canonical name is Patooey, in case anyone's curious.
Patooey! Stop hitting me with red shells! Skyzox! Patooey.
Patooey, Patooey, like the sound
Oh,
you make when you
Patooey.
spit into a
Oh.
spittoon.
I have never been to Patooey, so I can't say I know.
Well, if you had, you would know what it was.
You're right.
It's Jello. Well,
It
meringue,
is.
but
I can't see chat right now. I'm sorry.
Luke, you're allowed to pass me when I say you are, and this isn't it.
Would you ever let them know?
Well, I have been for the last couple of races.
Why would you let them pass? Bye, Bree. Bye, Bree. Love you.
I said
didn't
no!
know. Germs. Woo! Excuse me.
oh,
See, now I let him pass.
Now it's a second.
Well, that
oh
could have
man,
gone
I
better.
was panicking.
Oh well.
I'll take third, second.
Not bad. This is awful. Don't blame me, Luke. I mean, do blame me, but don't blame me. Everyone said, oh, 100 cc's too slow, Merengue. You take things at such a leisurely pace, Merengue. Where's the challenge, Merengue? Well, here you go.
Yeah. Yes.
Luke
Thank
is
you.
salty.
Uh-huh.
And I've been programmed to put on a clown nose. This may take a moment.
You better hurry up.
I'm working on it.
Race it being
DK
picked.
Summit, DK Summit.
Well,
Yeah!
I hope you're happy.
Oh,
I've never done it before.
That's
Close your
actually
eyes.
adorable.
that's adorable, though. Look at him. It's
It
like
kind-
the comfy couch. Like the comfy couch.
Good to see you, BT. It kind of moves around my face. I can't seem to get it to stay in one place.
It's okay. You're doing your best.
Tell me about it.
The big comfy
Oh, it's
couch.
so cute!
There it is. Yes. Isn't it though?
Oh, I'm glad it's a hit.
That is so adorable.
Somebody hit me with an
Rudolph
item
the
in the
Red-Nosed
middle of the
Meloetta.
ramp. That's kind of cool.
You're welcome.
You want a clown wig now, BT?
No.
I don't know how well that would go. A clown wig, huh?
What's happening? Wait,
Oh
someone.
my goodness.
Oh, Luigi is coming up on you there, Merengue.
Well, I'll try to prevent him from crossing. We'll see what kind of luck I have and hope for the best.
Whee! I don't know what's happening!
I did a flip.
Everybody do the flop.
Ah!
Well,
Whee!
BT spent the channel points. I have to find a clown wig now.
Later! We're in a race!
Well, you know, not this exact second. but-
There we go! Whee!
Yikes! Could you wait somewhere else?
Whee! Oh golly! Someone steal my star?
You know what the W on Waluigi's cap stands for?
Whee!
No. It stands for Who Asked, because that's how every character responds to his presence.
Ow.
I'm not even kidding, even Mario doesn't like it.
I know you can't see it, but I have a really sad face on now.
If it makes you feel any better, I made that up because he doesn't have an L on his hat.
But what
That was,
then? Make me sad.
I was doing really well there for a moment. I was, and then I proceeded to choke really, really hard. Like, if I breathed, I don't think I could have choked harder than I did just now.
More intake.
It was bad.
Oh my gosh, it just beat Luigi. I'm the superior! Wait.
I don't know if I can find a clown. You know what? I'll put on the wig, but only for 1 or 2 races.
Good job on first, Viper.
Thanks. I feel so good. It says the one who's a pervert first. But no, I'm kidding. Thank you. Also, Delta has a good point. Why are people being mean to Waluigi? It's just someone Wario knows that showed up to play tennis one day and kept showing up for sports days.
It's mostly because he wallows in so much self-pity that the other characters find him uncomfortable to be around.
Does he though? He always seems like really happy.
His voice actor said that his self-pity is his defining trait.
Oh.
Like,
That's unfortunate.
yeah, that's like canonically his issue. So
Maybe people should be nicer to him then. You're animating next? What are you animating? Please don't die.
I'll have to put the wig on after the race if I could even find one that fits. What is all that stuff floating around my head? Go away!
Yeah? You're so animated today.
Who is?
You!
Me?
Who are you?
What can I say? The more I interact with you, the more lively I become.
Aww. That's okay. At least I know Snake is on my side with the Waluigi.
Waluigi's an excellent tennis player, by the way.
Well, yeah, he's tall. He can just reach nice and far!
Ow.
Dustin, come back and hold your hand!
It just fell off.
I can't hold your hand down there!
Mushroom! Did you hear about the crowded fungi forest?
God! Hey!
I'm gonna take that as a no.
What was that? I was busy dying.
I asked if you heard about the crowded fungi forest.
I did not.
Yeah, there wasn't mushrooms.
Oh. Who programmed you to have puns?
My creator.
Oh,
You know
there
what?
you go again.
I have!
He said it would give me additional charm.
I mean, not wrong. Oh gosh! Wait. Oh shoot! Whoa, my gosh, it just went down to 8!
I know
It's
the
okay,
feeling.
Viper. I fell tonight.
My only redeeming trait is that, ow, please look
No.
back here. It's me!
Gosh. The lightning could not have showed up at a worse time.
Well, I'm sure it could have.
Debatable.
I was doing well.
Victory!
Excuse me, Bree! Excuse me! Rude.
Yay! Sorry,
Luigi
that
fans
was
just hanging out a
involuntary.
while, Luigi. Because that's the only Luigi that gets W's. What?
That was actually pretty.
I win! By 1 point!
That's all it takes, Viper. It's all it takes.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Wow. Screenshotting that. I actually and in with the hard mode dudes, the hard mode computers. Look at that.
Alright, before I start the next match, I hope you'll all excuse me. I have to put on a wig.
Well, I'm gonna strip on
Luke
camera,
is
so that's fine.
salty.
I don't recommend that.
Sorry, I can't hear you. Currently taking off my clothes.
Still don't recommend that.
Yeah, weren't you trying to ask something about the voice chat earlier?
Ugh. Woo. Steamy.
So I was asking if it was an open chat or...
I do remember hearing something about that.
There we go.
Yeah, Kat, what were you trying to ask earlier?
As I saying, sorry, I
About
couldn't hear. I
the
was
voice
taking
chat?
off my... are we keeping it? Do we want to keep it just to us, or are other people welcome to join, even if they're not playing? Oh, my eyeball. Oh, no wonder you can't see green. My overhead light is on. Fuck. Ah, I did it again! I wasn't looking at my camera!
Okay, I found the wig. I'm not gonna keep this on very long, so you all better
Let me
enjoy
see
it while it
this.
lasts.
I will.
Because heaven knows I'm not going to.
Well,
That's adorable.
Oh, I like how your little blue hair is still sticking out.
Perfect.
Aw. Boop the clown nose. Yes, boop the clown nose.
Ew. These channel rewards are getting
Sorry, Delta. I know you want to see me strip on camera, but all I took off was the blanket hoodie. It was a little too warm. I am also.
Yeah, it's not that kind of Twitch channel.
Yeah, no. Can Nix join our voice chat for 15 minutes? Would that be okay?
I mean, I don't mind.
If no one says otherwise, then yeah, go pop into general there, Nick. So for 15 minutes, and then go do more homework or more animating. One of the two.
Let the record show I'm only wearing this for the next 4 races, and then they're both coming off.
That's entirely fair. And then I'm gonna redeem something else, so you better look for those moth wings.
Hello.
Hello, Nix. Welcome.
I'll do you one better, Viper. If you send me the wings on Discord, the wings that you want, and they have a transparent background, I'll patch them in for you myself.
Merengue, I just want you to know I took screenshots of this getup so I can send it to Amy.
Okay.
Sorry if my mic messes up. It's being difficult today.
I get that a lot.
I'm always difficult. Ooh, these are pretty.
I
You know what, I'm
behave like
thinking these
my
anyway.
mic
They're
is-
not accurate, but I'm getting them anyway.
Tux was commenting to you specifically, Viper, saying, "Wow, I didn't know the
What's
channel
up?
rewards worked on more than one channel."
I haven't redeemed it yet.
I don't think that was the reference. If you catch my full drift.
Oh, well.
Yeah, there we go. Now I'm going to get a message from Tux saying that is absolutely not what I meant, and you and I are no longer friends.
Dang.
Everyone's predicting the future over here. Woo.
Whee!
Not very accurately. I'm
Yeah,
about as
predicting the
accurate
future
as
just
your average
well.
stock investor.
Ah!
Oh.
You're just so fast.
If you want me to stop, you could always program different
Oh, no,
inputs, but I'm only reflecting the...
Really entertained. I'm the one who wants you to swear. Why would I have you not do that?
I'm just letting you know I'm reflecting the inputs given to me.
As you should.
Quoth Tux, Moraine is running predictive text with apple degrees of accuracy, and that might be the most smartest burn I've heard all today.
school tomorrow, and everybody knows that I'm gonna be staying up till like 3 a.m. doing more homework.
Well, whose fault is that, young person?
Hey. In my defense, I don't actually. In my defense, I can't focus in class like at all. Everybody's on that. And when
What
my
are
own
you
class
studying
is
for?
what?
I asked what you're studying.
It's just generic 7th grade stuff. But like, I have high school classes with it, so like Spanish and stuff. I'm doing algebra in math, and then we're doing a bunch of other stuff in English.
Okay.
Other story. I don't think what I was getting into.
I hope you'll excuse my revealing my cards, Neo, but my estimated age bracket for you was far off.
Yeah.
I kind of assumed college age, so my apologies for the miscalculation.
Everybody gets that wrong, so.
Yeah, when I said Nyx was baby, Nyx was baby.
Yeah.
It's impossible to tell people's age online anyway.
Man, I can't even tell people's age in person. Like,
Right.
I am always wrong.
Who look like they're like 17, but they're literally like 2 grades below me.
Right.
I mean, like, for me, when I was doing my student teaching for college, I went into a middle school, high school. At the time, they had like separate spaces for for kids that can come in and do classes and leave, because they did all of them online for reasons I won't put in here. And I got carded several times. Dang it, I didn't mean to do random. Carded several times because they thought I was a high school student when I was in college. So, honestly, same. I've had that too.
Tux wants to know why you haven't unlocked the quick aging glitch yet, Neo.
Because of my height, everybody thinks I'm in like 3rd grade.
Hey, stats.
I feel your pain.
Stats
I feel your pain. I am only 5 foot, so I get mistaken for younger often.
I'm 3 inches shorter than you.
Short people problems. We be suffering.
I don't know. It was scientifically proven that short people live longer.
Well, yeah, this doesn't require less nutrition.
That's
I
fair
thought
enough.
it's because they bang their head on fewer doorways.
Probably that too.
I don't know what my estimated lifespan is. I'm the only one, so... if I ever stop skating, there's the answer to your question, I guess.
Yeah, one of my best friends at school is almost 6 foot.
I need you to go behind me for a minute, please.
It's terrifying. I almost got stepped. I actually did get stepped on last year.
Thank you.
That sounds unpleasant.
Very.
Don't touch me, Schism. Why? Why is it? Are your parents short too?
My mom is I think around like 30, almost 35, right? And she's 5'2".
Wow.
Oh no, it runs in your genes.
Well, see, that's the thing though, is that it runs your genes, and like it ran in my genes. Like I was the tallest with my dad at 5'5", 5'6". But then my brother comes along, and he is 6'4".
Whoa.
Came from my uncle's son.
The height.
You had some recessive tall people genes in there, I guess.
Yeah, because my dad's brother is very tall, and that's I guess where my brother got it from. And yes, for any trolls in there, yes, my brother is my father's son.
Yeah. That checks
I
out.
just sit and think about that for too long.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, I sure hope he is, but then I get it. Yeah. Road work.
Don't you hit me the boomerang!
Out of my way!
Wow. Nick sassafras over here.
Tired of being nice. I've decided I want to go 8.
I was just about to say that.
I
When
wanted
the back
to say it so bad.
Also, it's a mood.
Merengue has fallen to the dark side.
Who installed the meme module?
I think it was pre-installed. Oh! Don't you hit at that red cell!
No!
No!
Yeah, that's what I said. Don't hit me with that red
I
shell.
was gonna be in third, and I got hit by like 3 shells at once, and then 4 people just went flying by me.
My condolences.
I think I just found like the winning car setup for me.
Yeah? What is it?
A car.
Fascinating.
Right? I want to go to Singapore!
Running in jeans is a good way to chafe. I don't wear pants tucks, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, I'm gonna report you. You're naked on stream.
Oh, I would
I'm a
buy Mario
robot.
Kart,
There's
but I'm
nothing
not
to
paying
see.
to see a couple of Italian plumbers.
You know, I'm not gonna
race
comment on
other
that, but I am gonna laugh about it later for reasons that you don't need to know.
Oh?
Short people live longer
Pigs.
because they have quicker access to their socks. You know what? I believe that.
What? Why would it be their socks?
people
Isn't it
can't run
irritating to
better.
have to bend all the way over to fasten your socks?
Can you
Why
just
would
sit
that be
down?
injuring
Do it.
you?
You only
Why
have
can't
to worry
you
about that if you wear socks.
Don't. Yeah, stop ruining your shoes.
Cat, you know I only wear sandals.
You know what? That's fair.
In the winter?
He lives in
You
Missouri.
can't blame me for not knowing what you meant.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
that could have got better.
That's also.
Oh, so you're one of
Skuzzums
those
is
white boys.
No, Skuzzums is a certified furnace. He's warm all the time.
I am a furnace with hands of the dead.
Aren't you immunocompromised? Can you please dress warmly?
No, he lives in Missouri.
Yeah, gets cold and hot here all the time.
Bro, I used to live in Florida, and it was like so hot, like in the winter time. But now that I'm up in the north, it is so cold, constantly.
Freezing all the time. When we were out yesterday, of course, it was like 50 degrees on Friday over here. And then yesterday, it was 14 with a -5 wind chill. And I was out all day.
Ooh. It'll be like 80 degrees one day, and then it'll be like 20 the next, and it's annoying.
That's the climate change, baby!
I
And
guess
that's all-
it is better when it's cold outside, because the hotter it is, the more, global warming is getting to us.
Yeah, and that's as far as I will go about that
equator.
equator.
Florida's supposed to be warm.
Crap! 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 Crap!
What about it?
Crap should not be in the road like that. It's very rude of them.
Imagine if I wasn't in 10th place.
They're actually called Sidesteppers, and their debut game was Mario Brothers. Not Super Mario Brothers, just Mario Brothers. Released in 1983 and with some of the most frustrating platforming I've ever encountered.
Oh?
And that's coming from somebody who's also played Ice Climbers,
Oof.
which is objectively a bad game.
My class was I think on Friday, my class was forced to watch an entire Mario Kart documentary about how it represents capitalism, socialism, and communism.
What?
I heard about there being a video
Was your
like
teacher
that.
Jeloetta?
I'm all for social commentary in video games, but I'm not really sure you want to make it that deep.
And it was literally like 20 minutes, like certain part, and it was like, why? And we had to do this whole assignment on it too, and it was so just boring in
Is your
general.
teacher hyperfixated on Nintendo? I don't understand.
Probably, I don't know.
I mean, honestly, if I were to watch a documentary about it, I would want it to be something more relevant to what I grew up with.
Yeah.
Also, Merengue, those aren't accurate lunar moth wings, but I thought they fit your color scheme better. So let me.
As you
hold on.
wish.
Wait, hold on. I have to redeem it first. Hold on.
But because of the fact that I saw that video, I know all of the statistics for the randomized rolls when it comes to items. So when you're farther back, it gives you better power-ups, but when you're farther ahead, it's not even what it is closer to the finish line. It's how far you are from the person that's in first place. So you'll get more gold stars if you're all the way in 10th and you're really far away from first place.
Pix,
Sniper, am I supposed to wear the wings and the clown stuff at the same time?
No. After the clown stuff is done.
Oh, I see.
What were you saying?
I saw Pix. Sorry, not sorry, Merengue, but Pix has immortalized your face in the memes and things.
Ah. always hoped to live forever, but maybe not like that.
Also,
Welcome
Bree.
to the strike.
Yes.
But yeah, there's
Another
like
thing about
specific
me, I never leave the house, so
for all the items.
Yeah, true.
It's more efficient. No shoes, no socks, just avoid puddles. Exactly! Ants are a pain in the neck. I don't understand why anybody wants to wear them.
I make the exception at my current pajama pants. My current pajama pants are very comfortable. And they have pockets.
Mine also have pockets.
Oh my
Sorry, Viper.
god! Rude!
I couldn't really help it.
Yeah, all the item statistics are like very different based on where you are.
What?
I can literally info dump so much on Mario Kart now, and I don't even really like Mario Kart that much.
Jello, calm down the fire.
No. That's not inherently a bad thing, though. I can info dump on Sonic, and I haven't enjoyed a single Sonic game I've ever played.
Exactly!
I'm sorry, Viper, that squeak was hilarious.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I've never even like played that many Mario games. I meant Sonic games. I played like one, and I can info dump on like the entire series.
I mean, I haven't played a single Five Nights at Freddy's game, and I can info dump much more like crazy.
That's actually a fair point. I've only played the first game and Security Breach, and I can info dump about every single game. I can tell you the entire plot, what you're supposed to do for every scenario, and I know all of the in SL hand unit. I know like I memorize the entire like all of his lines.
That's extensive.
Hey, Jello.
And vaguely concerning.
Bye, Jello. Bye, Jello. Whee!
I could not
You
play
really need
Five
to come up
Nights
with
at
some more
Freddy's.
original
I'm too
moves,
scared.
Piper, besides just making sure I don't catch up to Luke ever.
You know,
I
I
have
could.
to go now.
Or I could do it with the tried and true. Traditions!
I have to go now.
Okie doke.
Okay.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Good luck studying.
Thank you.
Going up!
Die casually.
Take care!
See you later!
And now I can't find the. Where is the? Oh dear, I can't find the button. Oh, there we go.
I mean,
Bye-bye.
Bye. I mean, it's probably never seen the receiver ever, an actual phone receiver in their life. So,
Don't say that.
I can and I have.
I feel weird
Well, that
because
could've gone
I
better.
actually used to solely use rotary phones.
Rotary phones are fun, but I don't have fingers, so I can't use them. Alright, that's my cue to take my first break. I'll be back in 3 to 5 minutes.
Okie doke. I'm actually gonna go grab some water myself. So, I was gonna say you say on the reward screen, but I just went away. Sad.
See you
Alright,
soon.
I'll be back.
Also, thank you.
Good to know.
back.
I see you, Mia! Mia! Mia, I love you! Mia! Pokemon, stop jipping my waifu! We are here. And we're... Okay, we have Agua. So for thirsty people. Him. Hello. We are indeed. I got water, you got your robo stretch break, and I don't know about everyone else.
I'm here.
Hello. They match you. They match your eyes, and I'm very excited about it.
I had to stand back a little bit so everybody could see them. They're pretty big.
They're pretty.
That looks fantastic.
They're so
Right? Isn't it good?
pretty.
Right? Am I right?
You did good, Viper. You did good.
Thank you. It's what Merengue deserves. TBFH.
Well, now you guys can see why I talk about not having any fingers.
It's okay. I'd still hold your
I
hand.
see.
Oh, thank you. And in case anybody's curious, I'm just playing the video game with some technical
I figured it was just like
stuff.
I thought it was just like Bluetooth kind of thing, wireless.
Yeah, we'll say that. that's a good approximation for the technology.
Is that close enough?
Tux thinks that we should change the theme song to "You can fly, you can fly, you can fly." All right, enough mirror race. That was too much.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it was not enough.
There was just too much going on. That was absolutely ridiculous.
No. I think it's great. I think it's good. I think it's
It was just bonkers. 150 mirrored? Are you crazy? Like, whose idea? Who thought that was a good idea? Who does stuff like that?
Says the what? Okay, 200cc.
Oh?
Wow. Hey, Merengue, look up the definition for hypocrite.
Okay, one moment. Hypocrite. A person who claims that people who do not have enough money to survive are at fault while stockpiling enough wealth to buy an entire planet.
Oof.
I don't see how that's
was
relevant to the conversation.
That was an example,
that was
not a
very
definition.
specific.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're
you're
very specific.
It was a. Anyway, racing.
Is that not what you were asking me to do?
Oh my gosh, you finally doing this one. Wait, did we do pretty though. We're holding hands! Sorry, I didn't mean to run to you. I actually did. Ah, God, there's carbs! Who put these carbs
Got
here?
the zoomies.
Oh no. This was custom buttons. Shoot.
Wait, is this just bullet bills?
It's just bullets.
Oh, hell yeah.
Excuse me! Excuse me! I was in first! Excuse me!
Emphasis on was.
Wow! 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 Wow!
Don't blame me, I didn't do it.
Wow. Didn't have to have the sass though.
Sure I did. It makes
Excuse
seems to
me.
make you all happy.
Sometimes. Ping-yum! Oh boy, 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 oh boy!
I very briefly tasted first place.
My bullet bill go away so quickly!
First doesn't get it as long.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Excuse me!
I'm not sure any of us are actually racing.
No, we weren't.
Well, 7th is something. It's not good, but it's something.
Now this is pod
Now,
racing.
I want to put it on baby breakfast for this move.
You want a what? Well, that was a lot.
It's your
So
fault!
let's do it again.
I
How is
could
it my
barely
fault?
even enjoy freaking Singapore. It's just like bullets. It's like driving through Chicago.
I haven't driven through Chicago.
I have. Well, what you just did was a
driving through
simulation of it, so
Chicago.
enjoy. Scuzums!
Ugh, huh?
Oh, you're so right, Scuzz.
No!
You are so right.
No!
Baby
Oh,
breakfast would be
Electro
fun with
I
that.
like this one.
What? Oh, thank you for the sub, Scuzz. For 10 months. Sheesh.
Wow, that's impressive. Congratulations.
Yeah. I don't know if you still named your sub baby though. What?
Remember playing Uno?
I'm surprised they haven't
That was
used
fun.
to redeem that again.
We should play Uno, but it has to be a mature stream. I don't think I could play Uno safe for workly.
Oh, I absolutely cannot, and I honestly can't.
I can't play board games and be safe for work. Like, I have to pick a struggle.
Honestly.
You have to pick a struggle?
Yes. Play board games or not swear.
There's no choice in between. There's so much.
Out of my way.
Out of
So
my way, Game Boy.
they're
I'm about
so
to hit
full
it.
of things. I
Vindictive
have.
aggression? Yeah, it's called playing Mario Kart.
Ow! Rude. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Yes, yes, what can I do for you?
Ow! What? Stop hitting me with bullets!
I mean, to be fair, that is the only item.
If you have to hit me with them.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it is.
No, you can fly by me without hitting me.
I don't think that's how that works at all.
I think it should be.
Hey, I got
Oh my
first
God.
that time.
All I see are bullets
Yeah,
in front of me.
you're
That's
second.
all I see.
Okay, maybe
Oh,
I should get closer to the
bullet
camera.
only
I
to
feel
get
like
second.
I feel like I'm making it weird standing way back here.
You're showing off the wings. It's a good look.
Standing there, menacingly.
I am menacing. I have a laser gun.
Oh, so menacing, dear. Terrifying, even.
I don't feel like you're taking me seriously.
No! Me? Don't be ridiculous, little darling. You
I feel like
terrifying fiend.
I feel like you're making fun of me.
Oh, I'm actually not making fun of you. At all.
It's in the Animal Crossing leaf
I
on the
feel
first
like you're
page,
having
the
a
first
laugh.
one.
Thank you.
I am
I feel
having a
like
laugh.
you're
I'm having a
having
great time. I don't know what. I don't know what the problem is. Dude.
Oh lordy. We have a 50% chance of getting Baby Park.
Please, I need it. I need it. The chaos has to be real.
Ah!
Yes.
Well, there it is.
Also, if done properly, you can stay in a bullet bill forever on this map, even in
I mean,
first.
I believe it. That's just a line at that point.
You just have to make sure you're slightly angling yourself to hit another box while you're in the bullet bill.
You can angle wall and bullet bill.
Yes, you can slightly
yeah.
aim yourself.
Oh shoot!
Well, the whole map is just bullet bills constantly.
Basically.
I don't know if this counts as a good thing or not.
Well, I was first. Now I'm sixth. Jesus Christ. Christmas! What is happening? Oh. I just got... Did I get first or second?
Darn.
Oh. Damn it, Deluxe!
I was in
Well,
the
that's seventh
whole
again.
round until that last lap.
That was a
Well, that was
mess.
brutal.
Good.
funny.
That was
That
fun.
was
hilarious.
insane.
I hope you all are happy.
I am. Thank you.
The chaos
Ridiculous outcome.
indeed. You're the one who picked it.
What do you expect?
I don't see any of you programming this specific parameters.
Well, that's because you're the lobby leader.
Oh. Well, I'm not used to being in charge of things. You don't normally put the robot in charge of things. There's whole movies about why you don't put the robot in charge of things.
Robots are in charge of a lot of things. They just don't advertise that fact.
Wow, just like
Probably
Smart
not a
House.
good thing. We're not very good at logically deducing things on our own.
No, you're
I
able
just
to
realized
logically
you have
deduce
this
things,
set to
you can't
200.
empathetically introduce them.
I love that you're just not realizing that.
I'm a little
On the
slow,
fourth
I was
okay?
gonna say you can't really tell with the bullet bills constantly.
I could have done 50cc and it was
Oh
just
no, I
constant
didn't you
bullet
see?
bills.
No! Get me.
Oh, that was inevitable.
I just flew way over the item boxes, so I just missed it completely.
Same.
I'm glad I'm not alone.
It's a little harder with this one on with all the drums.
Ow! Wow, I just got past my 6.
Ow.
At 7. Everyone's a bullet
I'm in
bill but me.
last place.
Everyone is a
I
bullet
am
bill
not a
but
bullet bill
me.
right now.
You
Everyone's
neither
a bullet bill
am I.
but me and Duskfeet.
No, I'm not bullet bill right now, and I just jumped out of 7! Ah! Nice! Ah! Nice!
Wanna see me charge way ahead of you? Wanna see me do it
No,
again?
I
Do it again.
I'd rather. That was baby part, straight up.
I'm in 11th, so actually I'm
I'm
probably not gonna charge in front of anyone anytime soon.
I'll take it. I came in third at the last second.
I got 6. That's impressive and surprising. Well, at least we're all beating oh, I was about to say the AI. Wait a second.
Third somehow. I tied a third! Yeah, Dusk! Oh, jeez,
Yay!
I finally won one.
And
and it, was, it took bullet bills for me to win.
You're
That's so
asserting
sad.
correct, Lula. They don't really move that much when they're in use like this. I'm not designed with as much RAM on board as you might think.
That was
Oh.
inexperience. It was fun though.
I can't believe I finally get a crown, and it's because of bullet bills. Thank you, bullet bills.
Bullet Bills, my beloved. Or Bree's beloved, I should say. It's
Yeah.
canon. Shipping Bullet Bills and Bree. Both start with B.
Oh my goodness.
When's a win, Bree?
Download
You're
more RAM? I can't do it like that.
Did you do Bullet Bills again?
Of course not. I never make the same mistake twice. Except when I occasionally get up in the morning on a Tuesday.
You know what? That's fair. Also same. Bree coming through with that. Why? Yes, I am the manager of energy. I said, like, yes, I will kick your butt. It's fine. The button. It's here. Right there. Right there. Or not the button, the poster.
If I were to be promoted to manager, the only reason that I would say yes would be to be the person that says, "Actually, I am the manager."
Oh god, I can't imagine.
I want to
how-
have my manager moment.
Right? Wouldn't that just be amazing?
I don't think I'd make a good manager, but I have also been told that's what makes a good manager of people who don't want to be managers. But I really don't want to be a
Right.
manager. But I would
That
just
actually
for
can
that.
make a difference.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a manager because I'm lazy, and they expect managers to do twice the work for only like a $2 pay bump.
Right? Like,
And I messed that one up.
okay, what kind of torture is Bella making us do? Oh no.
Whoops.
At least there's 2 items. Technically not 1 anymore.
I was in third and I flew off the edge and now I'm in eighth.
Such as
Feel that
200cc.
Oh my gosh, so fast!
Everyone told me 150cc was too leisurely.
No, it wasn't! We said 100 was too leisurely!
No, you said 150. I remember Scuzum specifically
No.
saying that.
Ow. You got lucky with just heavy out of that star.
I did say it was 100. That's too slow.
Yeah! I know that because I agree with Scuzum for that one.
Oh, there I go again.
I reject your reality and substitute my own.
You're capable of AI, so isn't that kind of cheating?
No.
What is reality?
Cheating would be if I took
AI?
one of your illustrations and then decided to republish it by messing up some of the meshes and lines on it and claiming it was mine.
Dead! Go bully Deluxe! Welcome back! You do your assignments!
Tux,
You do your
there's a
assignments,
fantastic comic book about being the manager. It involves the Hellgate bats and fantastic
There we go
dramatic
again.
lighting.
I've seen
I
it,
can't
and I
wait
love
that
it.
turn.
Oh my gosh.
That
Good
was
job.
viral on Tumblr.
7th place, huh?
Oh wow.
9.
Second! Peach beat all of us? What is this world?
Pink Gold Peach, just to add to the insult.
Why would that add to the insult?
Because it's Pink Gold Peach. Absolutely nobody likes Pink Gold Peach.
With that attitude?
A Yoshi party has been summoned atop of my head. Thank you, Portal.
I need to see what Yoshi Party does.
Oh my gosh, that's adorable.
Oh, it's so cute!
It would be better if you were closer up, Merengue.
I could zoom in, but that would mean the wings are obscured. Is that preferred?
You're a little obscure, it's okay.
Okay, give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
Bless you. Oh, the wings got bigger. I'm trying to get bigger, not the wings. No! Ah!
Yeah?
The wings
that-
have experienced
nope,
a growth spurt.
Still.
The timing of that ad hitting too.
That's funny. There, pat.
They keep getting bigger. I can't get closer. Help! This is a problem. I can't get them out of the way because the race started. Help!
Wow,
Now
that's a
they're
lot of
top
wing
heavy.
span.
Ah!
Oh, there you go.
I have no idea what place I'm in because I can't see it. Probably means it's last, actually, but whatever.
You're not. I can actually see you. You're not in the last place.
That's a surprise.
$200 is so hard to control.
You aren't just whistling Dixie cups.
Woo!
No, that's a clip.
All I hear is the wrong way.
There is nothing else. There is only Ow, that's a funny.
These races are so fast. My God. Oh my God.
I'll take fourth.
Well,
I'll take it.
congratulations. Let's see if I can shrink the wings down.
Do not
You know what?
speak to
Until I
me of
figure
the
this
old
out, I'm just
Tumblr
gonna
talk,
disappear.
Nix. I was there when it was written.
What dark magics were you there when they were written?
I was there before Misha Apocalypse.
Oh, I was there during Misha Apocalypse and before.
Yes.
I remember when that
It
was in the
was-
planning stages.
Oh my
I remember
God,
logging
yes.
into Tumblr and every single icon on Tumblr was Misha. I think I participated. I can't remember.
I did not because I wasn't into Supernatural at the time.
Well, I wasn't into Supernatural, but like I was like among the Super Wholocks.
Oh my God!
Except I was
That
only
explains
there
so much,
for Doctor
you freaking
Who.
lesbian.
What? I was there for Doctor Who, but like, you know, Doctor Who got shuffled into the whole thing.
Yeah, the
Doctor
shippers
Who
were
are we
really
talking
weird
about?
during that time. Don't worry about
Talking
it.
about early Tumblr.
Yeah, early internet. Well, that's not super
I've
early.
been
Like
Pre 2010.
Yes,
I've
that was-
been on Tumblr since about 2009-ish.
Yeah, I think
What's
I think
wrong,
Tumblr
Wilma?
was
What did I say?
invented in like 2008 or 9.
I was there like 2000. When was Tumblr founded?
That's what I'm saying. I think it
I
was,
think it was
like in
2009.
the late 2000s. Yeah.
I was gonna say,
Because I know Twitter was
don't think it
2006.
Was it?
Yeah,
I remember being a
Twitter
very.
was 2006. And Tumblr
Well,
was
somebody got right up
definitely
in my
around
Cheerios and
after.
paid for it. I don't know who you are because I didn't have enough time. Because the game is running at 3,000 frames per second.
Oh. Then that's crazy.
I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I don't think adding the lightning did a darn thing.
Oh no, it did
No,
for
because
like,
half the people
lightning,
are
sure.
star powered and aren't affected.
I
It
was
almost a few
affected.
times where I was at where I just got out of having a star and then I was hit by lightning. And it took me back like 5 places. Not that time though.
These turns be rough though.
Ow! That's a wall.
Enough with the lightning!
Oh, I just flew way off the edge.
Oh my gosh, Nyx was born in 2009. Holy cow.
Holy, don't say that. Don't say that.
You were a baby!
Did I get
Oh my
second or
gosh!
what? On and
I
fifth.
feel
Okay,
so
I'll take it.
old.
Ugh,
I'm decaying
my
as we
hip
speak.
hurts! Snake gets it! Ah!
My skin
the
is
mark.
melting off my face.
That
Stop
sounds
it.
painful.
That's because it would be. Like, no, like,
I'm in
no-
physical pain.
Ugh. My joints ache. I'm gonna do that one.
Oh, we're still doing this rule set? Wow.
You're the one who programmed it!
I'm aware.
And yet.
And yet.
And yet.
Nobody ever said I was the sharpest tool in the arsenal.
You know, but you are my favorite.
I'll take it.
Wow, choosing favorites, I see.
The favorite, like, as a robot tool? Well, I don't want to call Merengue a tool, but if I had to, then yes.
Wow. We're name calling now too.
Wow! What did I just say? What'd I just say?
Are you okay, Luma?
Tex, are you alright? Are you experiencing... Oh, I think it's Taurus.
Merengue is a... Quote Luma, Merengue is a being. You're not wrong.
Okay. You know,
Oh, I forgot how easy it is to fall off this course and die.
I don't know what this course is, but it's weird.
Woo! It's, Ribbon.
This is Ribbon Road, originally from the Game Boy Advance. It's one of the least drivable courses in the whole thing because everything is a sharp turn and we're going at 9,000 miles an hour in these cars.
It's called Take Your Foot Off the Gas.
I don't...
Why I never.
Oh my gosh, I used that star just to take attack.
I got a lightning bolt, which probably means I'm a lot further behind than I want to be.
Oh, that's why I haven't gotten any lightning bolts.
Yeah, the first doesn't get lightning.
Rub it in, why don't you?
I didn't know! I don't know a lot of
Get
things!
me off the edge. Suffering.
I don't want you to suffer, I love you.
I used my star before that hit.
That's a good stage.
I hate when that happens, guys.
It was random.
Oh gosh, oh, that's the wall! I have the last place
I
person.
am just bouncing off the walls at this point.
Yeah, freaking, we're not even at the pinball level!
Oh man.
I should have stuck with the bullet bill rules.
Do you have my stream up, Mello? Or Merengue? Mello Merengue?
Yes?
Okay, that's why I hear myself sometimes.
But I have you muted.
Then
The
why do I
race
feel-
ended because I was too far behind.
Wow.
Wow. Wait, how? You weren't that far behind, though, I don't think. Yeah, you
I
were...
don't think so
Okay.
either. Viper did well, though. Like, really well.
I'm not saying anything because I'm gonna jinx myself. You know what? Just for that! Head pats. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Yeah? Yeah?
Please tell me this is not another 200. I will cry.
Are you enjoying those head pats, Merengue?
Did I miss something?
Don't do 200 cc. That was the request.
Oh. I can accommodate that.
How long do you plan on streaming there, Merengue? Oh, teams!
How long?
Yeah.
I have been streaming for about 3 hours.
How long do you keep?
So,
Oh.
let's see. I'm going to give...
Oh gosh, Merengue is doing hardcore planning now. Here we go.
You can choose which teams get which items?
Oh, jeez. Why? Why?
That seems very one-sided. If you're able to do that.
Also, one side gets green shells and the other gets red. That's a little mean.
Now the question is, which side is Jello?
I don't actually remember.
You know what?
So
Fair.
you could be stacking this against yourself.
Quite possibly.
Why is only one side? Oh, okay. I see why one side's only one side's getting mushrooms. That's fair. Maybe.
Nobody gets coins. Nobody likes them. Nobody's getting them.
Dang. Vicious.
What do you think? Anything else?
No, that should be.
Hold on. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah, that's enough. Of everyone
Does
is.
it look fair?
I actually think the star should be both. And then
Good point.
I think that that means the red one should get like. No, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means that
We'll
the
just turn this
blue
one
should
off.
get bombs then. Oh, that works too. Yeah. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, that's good. You're even. Oh dear. Here we go.
You'll find out who your teammates are in a moment. By the way, these were set randomly.
Says the robot.
As randomly as I could.
Think we are not doing 250cc. No.
There is no 250cc in this version.
Ah, there you go.
There is no 250cc.
Yay!
in Mario
Nice
Party.
dance! Oh gosh. It's because I'm saying Jello!
We're on
Oh,
blue team.
Lord.
Sorry in advance.
You know what I say to that? I'm blue, da-ba-dee-da-ba-die,
Also, I think it was stacked against us for the red shells.
Oh. Dang it, I think you're right. I didn't get any blocks for that! Oh, that's now... Why did I go? I wanted to go on the leaf. Why did... Ow! That happened!
You know, Mario Kart Wii wouldn't let you hit your teammates with items, but this one will.
Why?
I don't know.
Turn off... We want to turn off friendly fire, not turn it on.
It's not a setting I can adjust either, it's just like that.
Really weird! You know what? That banana can take that shell. It's fine. Okay, I don't understand how to get on that green leaf near the beginning.
Just drive on.
I did! I tried to!
You have to hit it straight on or you'll end up smacking into something.
Apparently. Okay, if anyone's getting their items stolen, tell me now. Excuse me. I want to see if it's blue team. Oh, well.
No, I've been getting red shells, so
Oh, God. I was driving
We
straight
got
onto
Steffens
it.
in first right now. I know this only because I'm tailing him really closely. Well, not that closely.
Dusk, I just want to talk.
Ow.
Okay. Ow! Dusk, I just want to talk. Whoop.
Somebody's having way too much fun with those red shells.
No! My body!
I don't know who. but you are.
Ow. I got shocked. Zeke wants all of you to learn how to actually fly or die trying. Gee,
So, like,
thanks.
what is the
Shocking.
point? To be the team that has the most people in
Right, the most
front,
points.
or
You
Oh, there
want
it
the
is.
most points for your team.
Hey!
I see.
You got hit by a blue shell in 4th place, Luke, because you were the front-running player on your team, and the other team threw the blue shell.
Those. Maybe, I mean, not super fair, but. Do that one. Oh, no, that one, not a minute.
Suddenly, it's very quiet.
Like we were all thinking, and I was checking on chat and looking up stuff, and not anything, but well, I don't know if anything looking up Mario Kart related would actually help, but much yet. Hi, chat. Snake, did I shout you out yet? I don't think I did.
2, 1, go!
Whee! Are you sure I did? I don't know if I did. Ow! Deluxe!
Somebody was tailgating me. Was it you?
Hey, that guy.
Sorry.
What? Rhea just went off.
Are you sure about that?
Nope.
Say your piece then.
I cherish you, and I hope that gets easy. Oh shoot!
Well, that would be nice.
It would be. Oh, it's so small! I fell off the map.
That's unfortunate.
If it makes you feel any better, Viper, I threw a green shell. The thwomp smacked the shell right back into me.
Oh, that's mean.
Instant karma.
There was nobody even there, like, just instantly just got hit with the shell.
Vicious. Oops, excuse me.
The sheer disrespect of it all.
Excuse me, Jello. Excuse me, Merengue.
Okay.
Thank you.
I kept yellow in the secondary identifier in case someone got confused.
Well, I saw the name. Excuse me. I saw the name Jeloetta on the Mario Kart character. When I see a name, I tend to say it instead of the name I actually want to say.
That's understandable. I'm the same way.
I've been doing the same, Viper.
Bless. It's not just me! Waluigi! Excuse me.
Rudeness, lightning.
No, it's not me. I can
I'm not doing so well.
safely, honestly say that was not me!
I had mushrooms and a star.
Here we go! I didn't want to use the red shell light skills anyway! Whee!
You wouldn't. It doesn't actually hit you.
Oh, I don't want to hit you.
Well, I'm saying, like, it won't hit your friend.
I thought it.
It
Oh, it
gets
will.
destroyed by your friend, but it doesn't hit them.
No, it still kills them. In Mario Kart 8, if it hit them, it wouldn't hurt them, but it would get destroyed. In Mario Kart Wii, but in Mario Kart
I was
8, if
gonna
it
say,
makes
I-
impact, it still knocks them out.
I threw a red shell when Gat was ahead of me, and it hit them and got destroyed, but it didn't hurt them.
I
He
didn't
probably
know.
defended against it then.
It might have had shells. We can always test it out in a minute. All those stuff blue team. Delta, I try and check in on chat. Just because, you know, I always feel bad whenever I miss messages and stuff. I have my small crew, and I like taking care of my small crew.
Come on, everybody, now here we go. It's a brand new version of the Do-Si-Do.
But I'm sitting down.
Well, that's... I don't know what to do about that. Hey, say what you will, Luke. I didn't pick the teams. The game did. You can have my crowd if you like, Tux. You probably deserve it more than I do.
I think we all deserve crowns, honestly.
I don't know what I would do with
Please do not splooge on me, Scuzzums. That's very rude. Ow!
Whoa!
Yeah, okay, it does hit your friend.
Confirmed.
For science! Someone write it down so it's officially science!
I mean, technically it was recorded
Ow.
in a video, so that counts as marking it down.
Oh! That's your support.
True, it's a very valid point.
The question is, if someone
Who
gets
picked
their...
Ice Ice Outpost anyway?
Hey, who had a banana and had it stolen? Did anyone here have a banana and was stolen?
No.
Careful, Joe.
I love how someone is invisible, yet I could see them because they had items. Was that you? That was you.
Hi, Viper.
Hi, honey! Ow! Stop hitting me!
I'm sorry, it's not on purpose.
Sure.
Ow! I tried!
Ow! What was that for, Scuzzums?
Sorry,
I was trying
Scuzzum!
to get to the red. That was an accident.
I guess I got too close.
Yeah. Oh gosh, watch out, first place!
Oh, that stings. Excuse me.
Darn it.
Oh, this looks like this is bad.
Oh no!
Being in first in Mario Kart is like everyone else noticing you still have 3 stocks left.
You cut out, so, but it's still accurate.
Oh.
I saw that! Just, see ya!
That
Oh,
green
Dusk, you
cell
barely dodged
barely
that!
skimmed
Man,
right
how
by.
tease, man! You just skimmed by skinning your teeth!
Seriously,
Oh! You did it again!
There's some
I got
close
it.
shaves.
Ah, no, my
No,
shield!
no, not now.
Oh, I got squished! I got run over. I got run over and I got squished as a tiny.
Close.
Oh, D-Luke, we're tied. Oh, we're getting
The
close.
wings don't let us see your place. Oh, you mean the fact that the background them? Oh, in the game. It might be time to take the wings off, Viper.
Yeah, okay. They look good though.
They do. And it was an excuse to show you guys my arms, which I don't think you've ever seen.
That's true.
But you can always put them back later if you'd like.
Well, to save the PNG, because I absolutely will. Mm-hmm.
Now I want to play Kurt.
I do actually have a Kirby game on my Switch that I bought on a whim a while ago, and I still haven't even played it.
Is it Forgotten
Which
Land?
one?
Because I have it too, and I haven't
I
played it.
don't. I'll have to look after this.
How
There's a
small
hiccup.
can I be? Well, not pretty small, I suppose.
Yeah. Alright, you small. Scuzzles!
Is it Scuzzles on your team?
Yes, but it still stole my item.
You mean on stream? Oh, I don't know. I hadn't thought about it. Oh, hi! Oh, hey! What was that for?
Your speaker behind me!
It's
This is just like Chicago, I hate it!
It's Toad's Turnpike. It might be based on Chicago.
You know, honestly, I think you might be right. Why do I have 2 of these? Ow!
You're asking the wrong person. I think the iron balance is pretty fair, don't you?
Chicago traffic has actually gone a little better since lockdown.
Now
But it's still pretty bad. Oh, thanks, truck. No,
that was
I was
disrespectful.
in the air.
Hey, Brita.
Ah!
Oh, hi, Dusky.
Careful, cat.
I'm a star. Thank you, though. Oh, golly, I'm turning too far!
I don't think I could get out of my dimension, Luma.
You took both my items, Kizzy!
Hey!
Yay!
That one was an accident.
You know, for someone who's supposed to be on the same team, you guys sure spend a lot of time hitting me.
Why do you assume I have a choice? Bye, Dustin! Love you!
You hit me with a shell.
I did. You're right. You hit me with shells!
I know about places outside my dimension, Luma, because people tell me about them. If you guys didn't tell me about them, I wouldn't know they existed.
Well, boy, I have stories for you then. Man, we did not win by a lot at all. That was close.
That was close.
Good job, everybody.
Sorry, that just came out of nowhere.
I'm gonna back out a game for a few.
What's that?
I'm backing out a game for a few. I'll be back shortly.
Okay.
Watching your little guy get yeeted is so funny.
Well, we can't do a team game now. That wouldn't be fair.
No, we're not.
So, let's see.
I honestly might back out too, though, because I need to eat. I am very hungry.
I am up for one more round and then I will call it. I
Alright.
also want to eat.
I don't know how I could possibly one-up all the chaotic rule sets I've already picked.
I don't think you should.
What about a battle game?
Battle?
Battle? In Mario Kart 8? Nobody likes battle.
Oh.
Shut down. It's okay, Bree. I still love you.
They
Marine's
fixed it in
quiet, I don't-
Deluxe. I don't think I'm allowed to change it now. I'm stuck.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna hop off the call, but I will be
No.
watching in stream.
Okie doke. Thanks for
Alright,
joining us,
Dusty.
Dusk. It was fun.
See you next time.
It was fun.
I already think I'm compiling a list. Stuff to play next month, which will be in closer time. Next month's Social Sunday. Oh, I'll have to be careful. I'm gonna have to reschedule next month's Social Sunday unless y'all want to do it without me, because I'll be gone for my sister's wedding.
That should be fun.
Yeah. It'll be a good time. Actually, what I'll be doing, another reason why I'm hopping out is because I need to finish altering my bridesmaid dress.
Nice.
Oh wow, you're altering it yourself?
It's not too. I mean, like, it's quote unquote hard, but thankfully it's a simpler design, and I know what I'm doing. Probably.
Okay.
So,
That's nice.
yeah.
Probably. Maybe.
We'll find out.
Tux asked you guys a favor. He wants to know your favorite goofy headcanon as to why Apple skipped the iPhone 9 and went straight to the X series.
to 789.
You know what? I like that. Also, no AI.
I'm not actually sure I can one-up that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, honestly, like, you won. No. Oh, that was good. Ow. Excuse you.
That is not how red shells should work at all.
Excuse me.
Dang, okay.
Ow!
New Yorkers were the rude ones, not Chicagoans.
Oh
no, they're both rude.
I mean, Chicago is a massive hub of freaking lots of different people. Like, I don't know what you're expecting, right? We have people from Chicago, we have people from Texas, we have people from Florida. We just had a bar crawl for freaking March Madness.
All the problems are from Florida, aren't they?
Yes.
And Texas.
Yeah, that checks out.
I think Florida first, and then Florida is funny problems. Texas is other problems.
Sometimes Florida has funny problems.
Oh yeah, Florida more often has funny problems, honestly. Hi, Bree. Hi, Bree. My mushrooms!
You mean my mushrooms?
I mean, my mushrooms.
Wow. No. Ooh, Bree, bestie. Hi, me. Ugh.
And you've also been, your sister has also been wished a happy wedding. Just so we're getting that out there, so you all know.
I appreciate that. Thank you. It's gonna be a nice small wedding. And I hope it will go well. And the nice thing is we'll be doing the bachelor and bachelor, well, quote unquote bachelor party later afterwards. So it's gonna be nice. Yeah. I think we're renting a house for a few days. I have to look that up again.
Oh, wow, okay.
We're not really like, getting smashed and going to strip clubs kind of family, so which I
Yeah, that doesn't sound like you.
No. Definitely opt out. And for my other sister's bachelorette party, quote unquote, we spent a weekend in Hagano. My items! You! Deluxe!
So what's the deal with the house that you're renting? Is it?
I have to look it up. Again, I have to look it up for. I think we're going. Stop stealing my items!
Oh.
I think we're doing something further down south. Probably knowing my sister will be doing a couple outdoorsy things because she's been really into that, especially with her dogs. And stuff like that. This is, you know what, Jello? This is very chaotic.
I thought I did a decent job balancing it.
Oh no! Oh, I have a. Okay. Excuse me! Oh, you disappeared right before my eyes.
Want to see me do it again?
No. Good. Where'd my item go? Ow! Not that one! Welcome back.
Wow, somebody really likes their red shells.
Look at me, because I only just recently got some. Okay. Well, okay. Well, at least Bullet Bill kept me in my usual thing.
I kept you alive.
Yeah, it kept me alive. And, I mean, I'm kind of talented, Delta. No, this is not equipped. It's not like self-deprecating, blah, blah, blah. It's more like there's basics to sewing that a lot of people think is more complicated than it is, and when you know about it, and especially when you're able to like look at different patterns and stuff, and also the internet is just full of resources, it's a little bit easier to know what you're doing. And it's just a matter of like literally, I just pick apart a seam, I'm kind of tucking in a little bit on a seam that's already there, and just making it tighter, and then just sew it back up, and then done.
So you know so many secrets.
Uh,
You love me. Admit it.
Alright, that wasn't in the question. That wasn't called the question, but Ugh.
Well, Luma gave me head pats for it, so I'm being
That-
rewarded.
Enforcing bad behavior. Ow! Excuse me.
You stole that from me, just so we're clear.
Well, I'm now in 5th? Oh, let's go do that.
I was going to say, we must have died a player.
Wee! I love Waluigi's little happy noises. They make me happy.
Charles Martinet went above and beyond.
Yee. Zoom! Wee! Wee! Ow!
Ow!
Right back at you. Right back at you, punk.
Gotta find a date for a wedding in September, huh, Tux?
I volunteer!
Oh, there you go. You're all set.
There you go. Maybe I'll sit down on the job, but man, I know that, like, who stole my stuff?
Don't even complain. That's been happening to me a lot. I've gotten 3 bullet bills and had each one stolen, so you don't get to complain.
I can and I will! Ooh, I mean, what in the world from this track would make you want ice cream there, Snake? I can't imagine. Why would it?
I mean, if you're strapped for a date, I mean, I'm told you can always hire a robot in a pinch.
Does that mean you'll go on a date with me? Does that mean you'll go on a date with me?
I guess. But I don't have anything.
only
I don't have any parameter that says no.
The parameter is if you wanted to.
Oh.
So we determined that you have free will, so you have that choice.
I suppose that's true. I've never been on a formal date.
I would absolutely take you on a formal date.
What does a formal date look like?
Well,
Explain it to me like I'm 5 months old as a robot and have never tried it before.
Why 5 months old?
Well, because my data manufacturer's been about a year and I wasn't actually active for part of that time.
Fair. We are going out on a fun activity, often with, well, I guess in your case, less food. I don't know anything. And we'll go we're specifically to have a good time with each other because we enjoy each other's company and want to get to know each other better on a friendly, if not potentially romantic venture.
Aside from the delivery, that sounded pretty nice.
It can be nice. And since we know each other already, it has a much better chance of being more fun, more relaxing, enjoyable time because we're comfortable with each other. And even if it doesn't turn out that we like each other that way, it will still be a fun time together. And there is entirely possible to have just friend dates, just going out specifically to hang out with each other, to have a good time.
Friend dates used to be hangouts.
Wait, that's true. But like, it's also hanging out. Like, you're specifically planning like a good time with each other to a specific venture.
Is that the sort of thing you need for yours, Tux? Is that how that works for wedding dates?
I wasn't kidding. I will absolutely be your +1 if you want it. I would have to do some arranging, but totally. Ah! I missed the square.
Dusty wants to know when it's their turn.
For what? To get married?
I guess.
I don't know. That depends on. Yeah, this is so sudden. Sorry, Bray! I don't have control!
No, it's okay. You didn't know me.
Did not do as well, though. Pepe, no. Snake. Exclamation card reaction noise is amazing. I'm glad you enjoyed that, Delta. It's okay, bestie. We tied.
I'm glad you
We're
found
in
the
last
interaction. I'm glad you appreciated the interaction there. Tux, that's good to hear.
Oh! Yeah, let's go. Dusk! What? Let's go! Let's hang out. Come on over. I already said I'd cook for you. I got stuff to make my fully loaded pasta sauce. Let's go.
Well, there you
Gosh.
go. And that's our clearance point for the day, isn't it?
Yeah, like dang.
And for the record, Dusk, I'm not against marriage, but I'm not like hard pressed for it. I gotta be best friends with the person if I'm gonna get married.
Dusky clarifies.
Yeah,
They just wanted to hang out and they need to figure out how to get there.
That's fair.
Tux indicates he was fighting a land octopus and is curious what he missed. I think everyone in chat's getting ready to date each other, Tux. I think that's what's happened.
Well, I didn't know the clarification, Dusk. I thought it was like, because we were talking about weddings and marriage. I'm like, what? I mean, if you want to get married, sure, but it's so sudden, Dusky. Oh my god.
The problem with
Anyway.
me is if I ever got married, it would probably be for a tax deduction.
That's true. I mean, there's platonic marriage. People do that too. I've been doing that more often.
Platonic marriage? Isn't that just a friendship with a tax deduction?
Yeah, but it's still a marriage. According to the
That
government.
makes sense.
And technically marriage is a partnership, and people have absolutely got married and not liked each other that way for different reasons over the years. We're not going to go on to the worst options, but you know.
Yeah.
I'ma just keep quiet about this topic.
Yes.
Oh no.
Anyway.
You're good, Lula. You don't need to apologize. Everybody knew you meant it in jest.
Yes. You're fine, Pix. Yeah, we totally know you're joking. No one's sure chips.
But hey,
anyway,
Tux.
Are you Merengue?
Tux, you got Viper if you still need that date. You got Viper.
There you go. Alright, Merengue, how long are you going for?
Oh, since you're all leaving, I'll probably wrap up for the day.
Okay. Do we have
I
anyone
tend to wrap up when folks start leaving.
Yeah, that's fair. It's not my usual stream day, so I'm a little more tired. But we went for a solid 2.5 hours. At least I did. You went for longer, so.
Oh yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah.
I had fun.
Mario Kart usually is. There's been very few times I've had a bad time with Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see, who do you have? Oh, hey, how about this? It looks like Narapi and Kyra are playing a game together. Do you want to raid one and I'll raid the other?
Sure. I'll raid Kyra.
I will raid Narapi.
Do you already have their information or do you need it?
I just typed it in.
I got this.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go deafen, and I'm gonna go say bye to chat, and I will be back in a little bit.
Thanks, everyone. Until next time.
Thank you very much.
See you later.
It's very fun.
I think I'm gonna go bug swap Scarlet and Mia. Alright, talk to y'all later.
Okay.
So long. Now let's see. Where is the button for this? Do 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 do. There it is. Bum, 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 bum.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Here, Scott, you have the chance to steal back your knowledge.
Jello, Fricker Boom, how was stream? How are you guys?
All right, everyone put up so Kyra can be like, hey, yo, I'm Kyra.